been a while since I've spanned this one.
Yeah, against this right back, Charlie, definitely.
Yeah, every time, doesn't it? Smash the like button for.
There's always just that active red line defending. I think it's like.
Showtime. Hope everyone's having a great weekend so far. Hope everyone's having a great Sunday. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and in some cases, good night, depending on where you lot are. Above my head, you can see it's West Ham against Newcastle. It's watch along settings. Big up you lot tuned in. Extra big up to my fellow Arsenal fans because, you know, I don't look at the league table, but allegedly we're top of the league. We're winning games. We keep the clean sheets. Gyökeres is scoring. Arsenal are boring. Hey, we are lit. We are good at football, boy. So when we do our job, we can just relax. You know, beating Nottingham Forest is not for everyone. Certain men are getting thumped up by Chelsea and that. They're lucky it was only a single goal. Obviously, my football club did the job. We're sick at football, man. Timber's sick. Rice is sick. Trossard haters. I told you to be quiet. You're seeing the Trossard purple patch. Trust me, people, Arsenal fans, they're attacking purple patches from these players. Give it 5 games. Give it 5 games. Give it 5 games. And the league is going to shut up about certain comments about open play. And they're liars as well on that as well. Because I'm not saying we're amazing, but we are not dead on the foot. This is why I don't subscribe to that Stoke stuff. We are not dead with a football. How many things have we seen our players do? Sorry for being great defensively. Sorry for being difficult to break down. Sorry for being boring and good at football. Hopefully we get some entertaining things today, people. Smash the like button. Let me know your comments. Don't forget to subscribe. And it's nice to be back with you lot doing watch-alongs. Obviously, I was doing a watch-along of sorts on a different platform. Big up TalkSport and whatnot. It's happy to be back watching football. But yeah, should we look at the lineups? Areola, big up CS as well, man. Hopefully we can get to 100k. But let me move your comment. Areola, Wan-Bissaka, Todibo, Kilman, Diouf, Potts, like that. Fernandez, Paqueta, Bowen, Somerville, and Callum Wilson. Callum Wilson against his old club. He's a good striker. His thing is just fitness. I'm going 2-1 Newcastle. Now that I said that West Ham are going to win, I'm going 2-1 Newcastle. Callum Wilson to score. I don't know, though, man. West Ham, you're in a bit of a barren patch, ain't ya? But, yeah, I'm trying to find Newcastle starting 11. I'm not quite sure why it's not up yet. Come on, Newcastle. What's this? Okay. So, yeah, you got Pope, Botman, Joe Linton, Tonali, Gordon, Kraft, Murphy, Walt Maid, who's having a great start to the season, people, Bruno Fernandes, and Dan Burn. I just want to say this as well, yeah, because away from the obvious about my football club personally, a lot of people had a lot to say about bearing in mind, my striker I'm not even saying he's making noise like that, but there was a lot said about Gyökeres in pre-season. There's still a lot said. I know my striker scored yesterday. Shout out to you if your striker scored, but I know my striker scored. I know someone had a decent chance that they didn't put away against Nottingham Forest, and then their first touch started deserting them, but they can jump high, man. They can jump high. Arsenal, if we keep winning, we could be monsters. But yeah, James, appreciate you. As the man has said, smash the like button, bumpy, mate. There you go, fella. Well, go on, James, man. I hope you're doing well and safe. Gyökeres was 9 out of 10 for those 45 minutes. I hear it and I agree. And kickoff is 2 minutes away, by the way, folks. I agree. But Arsenal fans, I like the conversation. I like the talking points. I don't subscribe to that was his best game off the ball. Forget the fact that he scored in an Arsenal shirt. Best away from home. Well, no, because what I'm about to say is also away from home. Away at Newcastle. Gyökeres was fucking bollocks in that game. Let's have it right. He was cold. He was cold yesterday. That was a lovely pass, though. And I like it because it was a Bandili pass. Be honest, he thought he was trying to find Eze. He found Trossard. And to be fair, he might have tried to find Trossard because I remember the camera panned after the game and like him and Gyökeres Trossard and Gyökeres were embracing each other. I wonder if they worked on that on the training ground. I'm just aware of kickoff, people. So yeah, man, predictions, all those things, get them in. But yeah, man, Gyökeres had a good game, and I love the fact that he got a goal because he's had similar games like that. But unfortunately, while you can't score every time as a striker, it is a talking point away from the people that are going to do agendas. You want your striker to score goals. That's the one big thing. You know, as I said on TalkSport, it's aesthetics merchants. They're the only ones that don't want Gyökeres to thrive, people. They're the only ones that don't want Victor Gyökeres to subscribe. Is he a pretty footballer? 100% not. The first touch is going to be booky sometimes. He's going to press, work his socks off. He wants to run in behind and have shots. There's nothing wrong with that. DG smiling a lot. He believes this is the year. Listen, Ethan, make sure you do your job. Ain't you a Liverpool fan? I'll give it to you because Marcel ran away. Ain't you a Liverpool fan? Yeah, big up. We're going to get to Thomas Frank and all of those things. Don't get anywhere. Big up to you lot for beating Aston Villa. But Liverpool, you lot are rubbed. You lot are looking scrubby. You can fix it and we can have a balanced conversation, but you need to hold your licks because you are another one. When Liverpool were doing whatever, I used to see the comments and you have to air certain things. So no, come to the front, please. You have to hold your licks. You was talking small. You lot thought this season was going to be lit in it. You won the league. You was winning games. Isaac and all them man were forwarding. People were talking about consolidating it at the top. You thought it was going to be lit. At Slot, if that's what he could do in his first season with no transfer window, what could he do? Nah. I don't know what's going to happen, but if it's not going to be our time eventually, when will it be? But let's keep the talking points coming. We've got to focus on the game. Let's be honest. Newcastle have to win as well because their forms are a bit mixed. You'd expect Newcastle to win. West Ham are fighting for their dear lives. Newcastle got first world problems. Like they're focusing on the Champions League, trying to win another trophy. These lot are fighting for their livelihoods in the Premier League. So yeah, man. Wan-Bissaka's kicked it forward. Scrappy start. Dan Burns also lumped it long. To be fair, that's one of my pet peeves. Shout out to Debo for dealing with it. You see, when no matter how much the game changes, yeah. And I'd love to be like you, man, centre back 6 foot, to be fair, but 5'8" nightmares. Not really when you look like this. You see, when there's just a long ball pumped forward and both centre halves, and my centre halves don't do it, and who better to talk about defending than us Arsenal fans? You know, when the long ball's just been lumped forward and both the centre halves, they're just watching. Like, someone deal with that. Anthony Gordon's down this left-hand side, people. Be interested. There's actually rumours from, oh gosh, that's a decent knock. No one taking advantage of it. There's rumours Paqueta wants to leave West Ham in January. It's easy to make them rumours because of the player he is and where West Ham are at the moment. But yeah, 90 seconds into the game, Thomas Frank engine hype, Xavi Simmons, aka Chase Songs. I told man, Xavi Simmons is dead. He's dead, man. He's not dead. He's a good footballer. He'll get some goals and settle eventually, but he's dead. I've said this before. I hit the jackpot with Spurs signing Xavi Simmons. Cut the track. We'll get onto that. But Anthony Gordon looking to take on Wan-Bissaka, looking to cut in on his right-hand side. Stopped, ironically, by Paqueta. Jarrod Bowen, who I think is in my FPL team. I got Declan Rice. I should have made him captain, but he was vice. I need to get Magalhaes. I need to get Magalhaes, man. Oh, handball, surely ref against Dan Burn. What's good up front 9 though, man? CS appreciate you. And yourself, Ethan Camstar. Bless, man. DG, did you see how Spence aired Thomas Frank at full time? I'm seeing it on social media, but perception and reality is different things. Like footballers, the emotions are high. Don't forget, these men are human. And Thomas Frank, obviously, he's just gone to Spurs. But if anybody knows what Spence, and we've got to be careful for obvious reasons, especially with my football club, with Miles Lewis-Skelly, got to be very careful with the territory that we're going down. Black History Month is just finished and we're starting this. And Van der Ven could be like, also where Van der Ven's concerned, you don't know what they like. They might be them guys when they're angry, just everybody leave me alone. It did, like, on the surface level, yeah, it looks like they've got aired, but I don't know, man. And I'm to be honest, for Thomas Frank, for Van der Ven, for Spence, definitely Spence, because you're not doing them silly Instagram posts anymore at the moment. There's bigger things to worry about. I hope it never gets right. You know, may Spurs continue. But you get the point. Anthony Gordon. But yeah, going back to Xavi Simmons, I think it's going to sound dumb, but I think he's a good player. But I'm not questioning his mentality, but Luis Enrique didn't want you at PSG, and there's bare squad players there. Leipzig, I don't really see you do the talismanic thing, and I think you need that. Has he got ability? Amazing. He can play. He's versatile. He's everything. But he's a good player. It's like seeing some designer trainers in a shop and having no intention to buy. Like, you can appreciate it, but it's not that deep. So when he signed for Spurs, it was even more of a jackpot. Joe Bowen could be in. He's gone for the shot. Oh, he's cracked your post. How has he not scored? West Ham have started very well. And Bowen, someone of his quality, be kicking himself he didn't convert there. I can't lie, early doors, it looks like Anthony Gordon and Bowen are on this. Speaking of the devil, Anthony Gordon's got his team out of trouble there. Joe Linton. I don't want to be that guy, but something needs to be done about Joe Linton still. Like, even against Spurs the other week, like, you need to calm down, man. Someone like his friends actually talk to him. Oh, completely against the run of play. You see why in life you have to take your chances. West Ham just had an opportunity. Newcastle have gone down the other end. And Murphy has converted. I think there's been a touch of fortune and a bit of a deflection, but in life, you earn your luck. It's a good run of play. It's a good finish from Newcastle's perspective. And it heaps further pressure on, obviously, Espirito Santo trying to get West Ham out of this situation. For Bowen immediately, you know, probably kicking himself, as I said, that he should have converted. Credit to Newcastle's Anthony Gordon and actually Joe Linton. You know, Anthony Gordon in the highlights, they're not going to focus on your part because you haven't actually had the decisive action in the moment. But you've got Newcastle out of a pickle in your own half. They've gone down the other end. To be fair, off the ball from West Ham is horrible. It is horrible. Shout out Bruno Coman. It's horrible. You just invited Gordon inside. Why? He's gone outside. It's not even taking a deflection. I'm sorry, Murphy. It's a good bit of play from you. It's terrible from West Ham's perspective. Arsenal, thank you for being good defensively. That can't be us. Bowen's chance weren't the easiest in the world, but there's nothing more the lad could do is crack the post. And that's why we love football, because ultimately it's decided in both boxes. Whatever you want to say about the players and the tactics, you need to score goals and keep them out the back of your net. And 5 minutes in, I've been so engrossed in, you know, just talking to you. Like, I ain't even changed the scoreline. Definitely not to that, because what is that? It's 1-0 to Newcastle. Boy. Slightly, you know what? I rate Espirito Santo for taking the job and wanting to get back in management, you know, in the Premier League, and West Ham's a good club to manage and all those things. But you just rubbed yourself out at Nottingham Forest. Like, why did you get back into this situation immediately? Because from a psychological point of view, it's got to be annoying sometimes. Yeah, they're probably thinking, oh, I'm not getting that. 5 minutes in, I wonder how much the game plan sticks to it or goes out the window. Wan-Bissaka. To be fair, West Ham have started well. It's done, but they've conceded. All they can do is just keep going. But they've got to ask some questions. And so far, Bowen's opportunity is the only one. Is it just me, yeah? Or Wan-Bissaka, these throw-ins, they were a bit borderline. Like, you're going to get foul thrown against Tadibo. Why isn't it going home to the keeper? What do I know? That's why I'm on YouTube. Good bit of play. Sold me and Murphy. And now he's eventually gone back. And I think he's had a word with either a striker or a midfielder, so he probably wants people to make those runs. Diouf, good player, but West Ham fans, you lot tried to put him in some conversations a few weeks ago. Somerville, Paqueta. There was a time I badly wanted Paqueta at Arsenal Football Club. I'd still have him, but yeah. Damn Potts. But this is the thing, man. You can have the ball, and it's a good bit of play. To be fair to West Ham centre-backs, he's probably got himself in a pickle there, and he's just about bust case. But they're trying to be adventurous. You've got to be adventurous. When you're playing Newcastle, we as Arsenal fans definitely know, Eddie Howe, they're structured off the ball. So you got to find a way to mitigate against that. Linz, appreciate you. DG, what's FPL saying? I didn't change my team. Let's have a butchers. It's not the best, but it's not the best, but it could be a lot worse. He's got me 10 points. To be fair, I'm kind of out the loop with it. Apart from the Chelsea game and our game, I'm kind of out the loop. And the games I watched, obviously, at TalkSport, I'm kind of out the loop with football at the moment, beyond what we're watching now, in which Newcastle have another goal kick. He got 10 points. Rice got 13. Salah's got 10. Bowen's got 1 at the moment, as has Gordon. Oh, yeah, I got both of them. Yeah, Bowen and Gordon. Yeah. Hey, lads, I need goals. I got Granit Xhaka. Semenyo. Humble, man. Humble. I got Haaland and Semenyo to play. Humble, man. Goals. There's goals. I'm climbing out. Thiago of Brentford, he's on my bench. He got me 2 points. I need to get Danny Welbeck because I'm always screaming Danny Welbeck. Unpopular opinion, I take Danny Welbeck in Jan. I've been saying that. That's a good bit of play from Bowen. And I thought that was good hold-up play by Callum Wilson. I actually thought he was fouled. Don't know if the ref's seen that or he's played on. Either way, West Ham have the ball here. They are... The mentality, the attitude or the start in this opening period is good from West Ham, but probably in moments like this with the rut that they're in and what they're facing, you need the Paquetas and Bowens to just take the game by the balls, if I'm completely honest with you. And so far, I think West Ham centre-backs or defenders, full stop. There we have it again. Wan-Bissaka doing flicks. There's goals here. Wan-Bissaka's doing flicks. If Neymar did that, it's going on YouTube. Fullback union. Speaking of fullbacks, it's here with the off. Paqueta with a relegation on his CV. There's nothing you can do in this life, man. There's nothing you can do in this, man. Like, what can you do? He's not being like Ramsdale and saying, I want to get relegated all the time as long as I play. Ironically, on the bench. Now, that's a handball. West Ham have played on, sorry. Callum Wilson looking to fashion a shot. He's gone for goal. The angles were against him. That's all he could do. I think Nick Pope, definitely because of how he played against us, made that probably look a bit more dramatic than it needed to be. But that's the sort of stuff I'm talking about. That's what West Ham have to do. Paqueta at the forefront. Oh, referee. How'd you miss that? I don't know if that was just outside the area. Yeah, man. Pope's doing too much there. Am I crazy for saying Newcastle has a spot for Bowen on that right-hand side? No. Yeah, we don't want that. Bowen at Newcastle on the counter, naughty. With Gordon on the other flank. And the players they'll probably buy. Tonali. You know what? I don't think Tonali gets that much flowers. Joe Linton, who, if you play your cards right, you've got a career in sports. So there's no reason you can't develop with some training into some UFC Kimbo Slice kind of fighter. Because that's what you seem to do. You ain't done it today. Gomares. Don't get twisted. Joe Linton in the Brazil shirt in the summer. We're going to need that. Oh, Murphy blushes a spare. Dilly-dallying on the ball there. West Ham almost counted. Tonali. Good start to the game for us neutral. Smash the like button if you haven't already. Appreciate you, Jamie. Wan-Bissaka. So, this is mental for West Ham. It's horrible for West Ham. It's horrible. They're fighting for their lives. And don't get it twisted with Espirito Santo. Obviously, if this continues, you lose your job. Wan-Bissaka's nicked the ball of Anthony Gordon. And he's found Gerard Bowen. He's giving it back to Wan-Bissaka. Who's in the box? Wan-Bissaka back to Bowen. Bowen. Oh, referee, that's a pen. 100,000,000%. That is a penalty. That is a penalty. That is class defending. Wan-Bissaka, I was just making jokes about doing flicks earlier. He's moving like Ronaldinho. He was involved. Us fullbacks, we never get the praise. Bowen, we're all waiting for the shot. That's definitely a pen. 4 has completely mistimed that. You're done. You're done. You fouled him. You haven't got the ball. You have not got the ball. Now, with VAR, they might find a way to say it's not a pen, but boy, he might have got a nick there. I might have gone too early, people. This is where VARs are mind games. Oh, nah, I don't know. He might have actually got a piece of the ball. He actually might have. We might have judged him too early. He got the ball, you know. I think he got the ball. Oh, 4. We issue a public apology. I think he got the ball there. Next IQ level defending, fair play. I don't know now, because I don't know, man. We're just gonna whatever their decision is, people. That's what's happening. I don't know. No clue now. Thought in real time it was. I'm bewildered now. Poor defending. Look at the way he dribbles. So simple. The West Ham defenders fall for it. Darkness. Big up DG and the people in the chat. What a time to be a Gooner. Tell them again, as the longer the check goes on in this opening 12 minutes, in which Newcastle have taken the lead courtesy of Murphy, the more you think the decision is going to get overruled. I'm not going to lie. I don't know. We're all waiting for Bowen to swing his right peg at that. I think VAR, yeah. Fair play, lad. Playing games, going to ground in the pot stove, but fair play. Or in fact, let's not speak too soon. They're doing the jogging thing. I actually thought he was waving play on. He's jogging to the monitor. He's gonna bottle it. I'm just a neutral. Like, I don't think it's a pen, but I want it to be a penalty. Smash the like button if you haven't already, folks. I definitely want it to be penalties. I want drama. I want entertainment. I say this every week with you lot. The longer he's looking at the VAR screen, the longer that goes on, the more it's looking likely that West Ham probably won't be given their penalty. But I don't think any of us. I think he's got. Yeah, man. I think he's got the ball. I thought it was a pen, Joseph, but it might not have been. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think he's got a nick. That's my final decision. He's actually got the ball. I think he's actually got the ball. I think he's got the ball. Pardon me. He's doing a go away, mate. Excuse me, but there you are. Oh. No penalty, I think he said. Bro, is it no penalty or not? Okay, I have to watch it on mute, but I think he's talking. What is he saying, people? Can't lie, being a ref's mad, because the one thing I'll say, it's no penalty, I think people forget you have to run up and down and you have to talk when you're tired. I don't think that the pen's not been given. To be fair, I think West Ham's fullbacks, Wan-Bissaka the highlight. They're actually showing for the ball. The back line of West Ham's on it. I think they actually need more from their midfielders, man. Paqueta's half been in there. Honestly, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on now, people. I don't know. Has he got the ball? Has he just got a big foot? I think it's where I don't think the pen's been given. Paqueta, you know, and even I did it Sunday League. You know, once the refs made their decision and we still keep trying to talk in like it's been given. Yeah, it's been overturned, man. That should be a penalty. That touch is not enough to. That should be a penalty. That touch is not enough to stop Bowen. He took him out. Yeah, but he got a touch on it. Come on, man. Risky though. Pope with a good throw, to be fair. Walk made. Good player. Somerville wins it back. No, to Debo. You could get out of there, mate. Why would you go back into trouble? West Ham, they've done all right, man. Doing all right is not going to help you, innit? Because you need to get points. That's a very good ball. Wan-Bissaka on the inverted thing. Too much on the ball. Wilson had no chance. And Wan-Bissaka, he's got some defending to do now. Anthony Gordon down this left-hand side. Another great throw by Nick Pope. Never a foul, ref. Never. Fernandez. Anyone really seen this done play for West Ham? Fernandez. Looks all right. Paqueta. God, I believe. Good switcher played it. Nah, I spoke too soon. He's gifted it back to West Ham. You can't bring it into touch. I rate Watermate. He's a good player. I would say he wouldn't be at Newcastle long purely because surely the Europe's elite got to be pairing, but they spent a lot of money on him. They're rich anyways. The game's changed. Because I did feel he was one in the Bundesliga, one of those players that will play for Bayern Munich, and I still believe that. Not to say he wants to leave Newcastle in any rush. I just biggest German club, isn't it? German player. But to be fair, Newcastle don't mind this. They know they're away from home anyways, and you're playing a team fighting for their lives. If you can get the lead, which they've done, and just get out of there, they know they're going to have to take some punches. They're defensively well structured, as they've shown, and we can see with our eyes with the quality of players they've got out there. You make a mistake, they can punish you. West Ham have been awarded a free kick. Gyökeres or Wout made. Like that, man. My guy Gyökeres, isn't it? What, you talking playing style? Because then, yeah, in the same vein, there's bare man that's got better, like Gabriel Jesus has a better playing style than Haaland. He's not better than him. He looks more aesthetically pleasing. And I can't lie, Waltman's got a bit more polished in it. But I'm not on it when it comes to Gyökeres, and I am an aesthetics merchant, but I can't be an aesthetics merchant with Gyökeres because that's not what he is. Sometimes in football, you have to accept people where they are. All the other things are to ask for a striker, you do it. First touch, all that stuff's going to be horrible from time to time, but you work hard, score some goals. Like him, man. To be honest, he has stated he still aims to play for Bayern one day. Being a German, it's not surprising at all. Newcastle best enjoyed the 3 seasons he's here. Yeah, but they can make money, man. And obviously, the jury's still out. He's a different player, but life moves on very quickly. I'm not going to say Newcastle don't care about Isaac, but it could have been a lot worse replacing a striker with that quality. He might not be as good, but he's a blood good striker in his own right, isn't it? I ain't taking no Gyökeres hate. Bro, I'm with Gyökeres to the end, man. I'm talking in the final. Gyökeres, man. And he won trophies in Portugal in that. It's him. Tonali. Gordon. I need to get the new football manager. I might be Newcastle. I'm going to do a stream with you lot where we'll be Arsenal. I might be Newcastle. I might be Newcastle for 3 years. And then take the Barca job. Waltmade, that's our ball, you know, to be fair. Newcastle could be in here. Waltmade. West Ham. Waltmade. Oh! Corner kick, Newcastle. Murphy draws the corner. My striker getting used to the Prem DG. I like it. Oh, football's mad, and it goes for all players, whether they're doing well now and they can maintain that, or they're not. Fans aren't really waffling about them now and they can get better. Oh, it's 8-9 games in the Premier League season. Some of the Premier League legends, not saying these guys are going to have that luck, but some of the guys we hold in the highest regards in the Premier League, they weren't, especially in their first 6 months, they weren't really saying that much. Rodri, one player I'll say is definitely Leroy Sané. Cut the track, corner kick. We'll get back to that corner kick. It's gone all the way out to Gordon. Surely got to put that back in the mixer immediately. Immediately. It does. It's not good enough. It's headed out by West Ham. Only to another Newcastle player. It's Pimble at the moment. But yeah, Leroy Sané is one player I down because he was rubbish for 6 months. And I remember we played them at the Etihad. He had a good game. I'm sure even Sterling scored. And that's where the penny dropped. Oh. And when you deep it, the scary thing is these players have been good, but out of the summer signings we've made at the moment, there's no one that I think is in the full flow of things, if I'm honest. Like, or I'm wowed by yet. Like, you lot know I'm a big fan of Zubimendi, but I think there's Dan Burnsdown. There's several gears to go up from Zubimendi. Like, in what I believe, like settling into the Prem and like your medium level performance, you've had moments which are above. I think that's a 6, 7 out of 10 in a positive way. Eze definitely the same. Gyökeres, 6 on the dot. Things like that. I'm more the person relative to expectations. It's a mascara thing. Like, you've wowed me the most. If anything, the players that, and this is what I mean, like we can click into gear in the final third. If anything, the players that I think, oh, you're in a good patch of form, is players that have been at the club. Calafiori staying fit, putting in performances. For example, obviously Dowman technically has come from the academy. Yeah, you're Dowman, yeah. So yeah, man, there's gears to go up. And I'm not really looking at it in the first 6 months. Obviously, I demand like the first year, this because where we are now, everything needs to slap. There's no more waiting. I'm on buying another striker. Gyökeres, you're a part of the squad. You're still one of the guys. If certain things don't need to happen, but he's going to get us 15, man, minimum. Balling from Newcastle. West Ham haven't dealt with this particularly well. They have now. And Bowen will give chase, but boy, he's up against Sarr. You know what? There's fighting the little dog Bowen. And actually, this is why in life you should hustle. He's actually won a throw, and this is why you chase lost causes. Leading by the captain's example, I guess. He's cheeky as well. Bowen's a dark art specialist. He's carried that ball a couple meters forward. Again, West Ham haven't been bad. They've conceded a stupid goal. Oh, but Potts giving it away. Can he win it back? Potts is it again? Oh, you're a lucky lad. Potts playing himself in a bit of bother there. It's got to do a lot more, man. You need to do a lot more to break down Newcastle. Do you think Bowen deserves to be at a bigger club? Bit horrible to say that about West Ham, but it depends what you want from him, innit? Like, he's their captain. He must have been. He was there when they won the Conference League. He's doing his thing. Obviously, his dad-in-law's Danny Dyer. He's married. I'm sure they're comfortable, you know, in the East End of London. You got to remember the lifestyle aspects of being a footballer, but you do have one career. And for these footballers, yeah, you look at someone like Bowen. Like, I'm sure he was at a couple of clubs. He got released. He went to like Huddersfield Town, and he done his thing at Hull. He's seen, like, it's not even ruthless. It's just how the game goes. So how much attachment, no matter how good it is and the memories you've created, how much attachment can you have to a football club? You've only got one career. If that opportunity comes, like, I don't know, Liverpool coming for you in the summer, for example, or probably not us, but Arsenal at the moment, or United or something. And he's actually, I'm sure he grew up a boyhood Man United fan for that matter. So he'd have a decision to make. You got one career. Like in Buemo. Sure, you wouldn't mind staying at Brentford, but United, a massive club. I think Gyökeres will look good in Newcastle style of play. Walkmade doesn't face similar low blocks with Newcastle. Our opponents are very defensive against us. It's true, but at the same time, that's being done in all the games. If I'm completely honest, obviously West Ham can't defend, and in his own right, he's a good player, man. But see, Gyökeres is our guy. Forget the rest of them. We scored on the weekend, and I'm happy for Gyökeres, man. And do you know what? The goals he scored are the goals I want. Like, I'm not here for Gyökeres in particular. I'm not here for you to look like the pretty footballers. We got Rice doing that now, and Saka and Dowman and that, all in the back of the net. Said that when we signed him in the like one of the videos I did, like, it's the ugly goals that I want, because that's something we've lacked. Just put the ball in the back of the net, and every one of his finishes, bar the Leeds one, where he just made it happen for himself. That's what I want. I want more of the Eze ones against Forest, where it's just tappings. I hope he's all right, man, because our attacking unit is getting down to its bare bones, even the players that are fit. And then even, a couple of players got a bit of wear and tear. We're having to patch them up. For me, Gabriel Magalhaes, probably Saliba, having to keep Benjamin White ticking over. Clearly, in my opinion, we're doing something slightly different in terms of Calafiori's rehab, or something's different going on. Maybe it's just one of those things, but you're staying fit. Timber as well, because, let's have it right. We done last season, we did Timber Day. Ball over the top to Callum Wilson, Pope off his line early. So I think something else is going on. I think we're being in a positive way, a bit more cautious. Because in previous years, I don't think you would see, maybe even last season if he was here, I I think it's precautionary with a couple of players, but I've seen moments Rice has come off or not started. Gyökeres coming off, Saliba coming off. Like it felt like last year was more on. We know you need to come off, but let's just do it. So I guess that's what depth gives you. Tonali's been dilly-dallying on the ball, and Bowen's won it back. Found Callum Wilson. Callum Wilson's an annoying striker to play against, and he's done well. Paqueta's got time. Can he find someone? He's tried to go for goal. And it's a corner, surely? Offside. I might have blamed the wrong person. It might have been Joe Linton. I was on the battlefield for Gyökeres. It was mad. I was holding corner. Mali, we're supporting Gyökeres. Because beyond anything, you need people. One thing that I think people forget footballers are human, innit? No matter what, like the Barcelona sides, the Real Madrid sides, the Arsenal sides, any team you've seen win stuff, yeah, even, PSG last year, for like, if you've watched the interviews around Luis Enrique, you need to buy into it. There needs to be a siege mentality. You need to buy into how you attack, how you defend, all the other sports psychology stuff that, win the dog, all of those sort of things, the want to defend, remember all the routines, demand excellence of yourself and everyone. You need to be able to do that. I think that aspect, and that's something that is admirable. Oh, Newcastle are in trouble. I can't commentate on what Paqueta is doing. It's just wavy Brazilian skills. I don't know how he still got the ball. I don't know what that was about. Wan-Bissaka. If you're West Ham, do you get another striker on? I know it's early doors, it's 25 minutes in. Somerville, dancing. The cane rolls are flying. Paqueta attempts to deliver. It's kneed out by Tonali. Back to Paqueta. Brazilian madness. Somehow Bowen got inspired. It's a corner. Paqueta is sick. Yeah, bring him. Declan Rice shouting. Wavy Brazilian skills. But yeah, that's one thing. Like any team that's accomplished anything, yeah, they bought into what they're doing. Gyökeres wants to be here. Like you wanted to be here for whatever reason. So you got a friend in me. Jesus get fit left wing. But yeah, as I made a throwaway comment. Like Trossard, Martinelli, relatively. Like I think I'm not wild by our attackers yet. Ball into the box by West Ham. Pope's made a mess of it, but his teammates have bailed him out. West Ham so far can't break down this stubborn Eddie Howe unit of a Newcastle United side. And that's why they have the lead. Keep making sure we're subscribing if we're new, and we're smashing like buttons. Give thanks, no Tesco's. Keep Gyökeres. At least he wanted Arsenal. I wouldn't have. For me, the impossible dream was Sesko and Gyökeres. You got that striker in the squad, the young protege. You got Gyökeres. I know, obviously, we got Marino. I did think, and I know there's reasons to do it, and we got the job. I think when Marino went up front yesterday, I think we lost something. He did all right, but I just think we weren't as aggressive. Maybe because, I don't know, maybe because Scott Parker thought, you know what, we can press them higher, knowing that obviously Marino's not going to try and make those bursting runs forward. But it's what we expect of us, especially Arsenal away, man. We've just been grabbing the 3 points, being mature, inevitability around set pieces, stacking up W's so far, starting November in the best way possible as we left off in October. So let's just keep working, man. As Saka said in his interview on Sky Sports the other week, like, turn it on his TV and they're saying, going to win the league in that. It's only October, obviously November. Because we're not going to win every game and clean sheets every game and these things every game. So when we do have that knock, I don't want to hear no knee-jerk reactions. Fernandes. Thought he probably delayed making the pass, but nonetheless, it's eventually helped on. Wan-Bissaka's done well, but he's gone a bit quiet. I want to know if the pitch is overly watered, because a number of players from time to time appear to be falling on the floor. Paqueta. Oh, put too much on that ball to Diouf. He's done well to turn a bad pass into a decent one. He's delivered a wicked ball in. Pope has found Somerville. Somerville, you're not going to make it. You had your opportunity. You fluffed your lines. You're not going to make it. That was it. Completely lost his footing. Oh, Agate, for a centre-back, he's dropping shoulders. He's all right. Paqueta. Potts. Diouf getting mad at his teammate for not passing the ball. Potts. Somerville. Boy. And I just want people to know, yeah, you see, West Ham can't defend with the greatest of respect, but Newcastle are a credible side defensively, as we've probably been saying numerous times. They're difficult to break down. This ain't necessarily entertaining, or is that just for one club? Somerville. I'm lying. It's slanted. Got my entertainment. Diouf, that's a horrible cross, isn't it? That's a horrible cross. They have got a throw in West Ham. We're winning the quad, bro. Tranquillo. The work has been done. We look so much better with Gyökeres on the pitch. Trust. Damn, kind of want another sleeve. Kind of like the clean arm look. Only Ikitike and Walt made look worth it so far. Gyökeres looks his cost. We didn't spend the bag on him like that. No, there's probably someone. I feel like missing someone. Somerville, surely a free kick. Surely a free kick. Surely a free kick. Can't be listening to tacticals. Look what happened when Gyökeres went off. We look like 24 season. That false nine crap is easy to play against. We're going to need Havertz to play up there on occasion. I'll be real. With the tools that we've got this season, it's going to be needed. There's games for Marino. I'm more want to see that at home. And also, big up Gyökeres for surely that's his first goal away from home. It has to be. Just 15 minutes, Somerville. I think he's buckled. He's kicked his own foot. You're not going to make it. You've already made it, but you get the point. Big up the Twitch gang as well, by the way. So, yeah, the work has been done. I hope so, man. I hope so, but easier said than done. We've got to actually go and do it, man. We've got a goal. Let's see it through to the end. That's all I can really say from an Arsenal perspective. Paqueta. See what he's about. Goal of the season contender if he somehow finds the back of the net from here. Wonder if he does. Wonder if he can. Still waiting. We're waiting for Bruno Guimaraes, I guess, to finish tying his laces, or is this a secret tactic thing? It must be, man. I don't trust footballers. Paqueta, if he scores, he's gone under the wall. Hey, did he hit the post? I thought he was going to try bins it. Either way, it's a great effort and it's an equally good save from Nick Pope. Hate playing against Nick Pope from an Arsenal perspective. Hey, I don't know what's happened. Has it even taken a deflection? I don't think Pope was to know either way. I don't know. But either way, Pope he probably saw that late, made a vital save. Hey, corner kick. Great save, man. Don't go anywhere, phase 7 settings. UK really loud, but it's different. In fact, run that. It's different now. It's different now. It's different now. Potts with the corner. We'll get back to that. Don't worry, because it's great times to be a gunner. We can talk about Arsenal for the whole stream. Somerville goes for the shot. Deflection. Surely a corner. What team do you support again, UK really, man? For some reason, I think you're a Chelsea fan. Ramsdale would have parried that gently into the back of the net. To be fair, these kind of games is Ramsdale's bag. But I would say in that, yeah, the season we first won the league, big up Ramsdale, but I was watching some of the goals we conceded. We was meaty by our own standards. But yeah, Mr. Drilly, mate, you know what my team is doing? It's different. Yeah, oh, another save by Nick Pope. It's different. There's 4 opportunities for silverware. I'm just saying, I don't know if Arsenal going to win any. I don't know which one, but there's definitely a parade in May 2026. And I'd hate to be you lot. And Liverpool, oh, you're a Scouse lad. Oh, wow. Okay, now come to the front. Come to the front. I see you lot doing your thing, man. You beat Aston Villa. What's that? First win in how many? What's that? First clean sheet in how many? Well, I lose count of Arsenal. I just know about Arsenal's thing. I lose count of the clean sheets and the 3 points and the corners. Corner boys in the building. What? Shit. God, please, man, let this be my team's time. It's time, man. It's time. In the last 10 minutes, West Ham have had 3 shots, 2 on target, and 71% of the ball. Newcastle just 29, no shots on target, and no touches in the up box in the last 10 minutes. Newcastle, however, have the one thing that matters: the 3 points, or 2 hands on 3 points at this moment. Just under basically 15 minutes to go. It's fine Sunday morning with you lot. Gyökeres hat-trick against Prague. Hot take: I don't think he's playing. Because I don't think him and Zubimendi are starting at the very least. There's no need. There's no need. Like, there's clearly some level of having to manage Gyökeres, because realistically, he's adapting to the Prem. Whether you believe he's the guy or Havertz is better than him or whatnot, he's clearly played more minutes than anticipated just on what we're trying to do in that position. He played no parts against Brighton, and you was here. I was saying I want him to play against Brighton, his old club. Other players have scored against their old club. Confidence as a striker, all those kind of things, But he got no minutes, and he came off at half time. And in the first 45 minutes, none of us could sit there and say, like, people can lie and do the detective stuff. Nobody thought Gyökeres was injured. Even when the sub was made initially, Gyökeres is probably the last one you thought. And then we've also done that with Saliba. So we are everybody in our kind of situation with all these games, probably an element of having to just manage players and just get them through. Because saving him for 45 minutes there, I don't know how these things work, but that might buy him some more time in other games where we need him. And with all this being said, sorry, that's a foul. Callum Wilson's a nasty striker to play against in a good way. He never got the foul. You do somewhat wonder then for the international break. There's some players I actually want them to go get minutes for their countries, and there's some naturally the Saka's anyways because he's still getting into grooves. You don't really want Saka to go. With what we've been talking about, you don't really want Gyökeres. I'm just going to say off the bat, the Spanish players, and it'd be good for. We ain't seen Raya play. He's been working from home. To be fair, even though it's going to be the same thing because someone wants to play Unai Simon over you. The Spanish gaffer, out of all the international managers, he doesn't give a monkeys about if you want your player rested and that he's just asked Barca with Pedri, etc. Another ball into the box that's been parried by Pope. Paqueta's gone for the goal. Oh, Paqueta, goal, Brazil, Chilo. Well, Brazil winning the World Cup. I keep telling, man. Right. Bobby Dazzler. Providing the Brazilian samba in East London. I'm actually the hood's greatest pundit, but I can't lie. Zubi's not allowed to play. Zubi's playing. All them guys are going to... on international level? Zubi doesn't play midweek, gets a break. Yeah, for international level, he's playing. Marino's playing. Rice isn't going to play. What a goal, man. Cut the... oh, my. Somerville's done well to force the occasion. Pope's flapped at it. Paqueta is actually headed. It's been headed to Paqueta. Apologies. He's bought a raffle ticket and he's found the near post. Could Nick Pope, someone who's done well this game, could have done better? Is it just a good effort? Is it a bit of the two-year? It's a Brazilian thing. There's nothing you could do. I guess the bias against goalies is the near post. You should always do, you should always have that covered. But Brazil. Is it just me, yeah? Or do you not forget that Nuno Espirito Santo's West Ham manager? Keep having to remind myself of that. Boy, it's 1-1. And do you know what? They deserve it. And it's great for us. Why is this not letting me? I'm trying to change this. What's all this about? But yeah, it's 1-1, folks. As you can see your screen. Let's do that. There we go. And there we go. West Ham will go down. I fear for them. They're in trouble, man. The only ones I think are gone. And it'd be nice to see a great escape just from an entertainment level. Because when was the last time we saw a great escape? Ironically, I remember West Ham did it in 2006 with when they had Tevez and Mascherano. Like, when have you seen, maybe the game's changed, but when have you seen a team do the great escape? Unpopular opinion, when have the teams that got promoted, Sunderland doing their thing, to be fair, they were good in the Championship, had one of the youngest squads. Everything they've done has been good, but remember, Leeds were good in terms of entertainment. That Blackpool side who ultimately got relegated, they had our hearts. QPR, even when they were doing the Reball Man City thing, like when they had Rio Ferdinand, they had some absolute toilet paper at that occasion, man. With some of the players they signed, not Rio, obviously. Feel like Paqueta will go to one of the big clubs, big boys eventually, probably. Surely go Spain. He has gone to AC Milan, though. He has been there. So maybe he wants to. Sometimes when you go through those big clubs, you are disposable, in it, kind of. Maybe you just want to stay in East London. To be fair, I do think Paqueta, the right project he's cutting, man. He's beaky, man. He was clearly ongoing Aston Villa, and something went left. And obviously, he done the shameless thing. Big him up. Come on, man. Football's a job. 1-1 game on. Conceding goals, though. This is crazy. Man, Paqueta already 30. Who's picking him up? What does that mean? For the right fee, obviously West Ham probably priced him out of the move. Villa tried to, surely a free kick and a yellow card. And I share Bowen's frustrations there. Big up yourself, George, man. As Revolutionary Potter said, hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss streams or uploads. Paqueta has been linked with United, so I don't know. He will do that. If it's tangible that we're going to do that. Oh, think about it logically. Big up West Ham, yeah, but United, you're 30. Like someone said, he's 30. So let's skip past how much, or we don't have to, but park off how much it would cost and all that kind of jazz for a second. Paqueta, like, especially if they get relegated. Gordon! Big save. Especially if they get relegated. It's Man United. Like, it's Man United. Like, we can banter them, but it's Man United. You're going to get paid well. They're a massive club. They're aspiring to get back in Europe. They could potentially, even if they grab a Europa League or a Champs this year and they were to buy them in the summer, you could do that. You're 30. You probably get a decent contract in terms of weight, length of the contract plus wages. He would do that. You would do that. You'd be a fool not to. Like, was he there when West Ham won the conference thing? So you've already made history over here. Corner kick to Newcastle. Dan Burn being blocked. Headed out, to be fair, by West Ham. Fernandez, decent little player, isn't it? Diop's lumped it long. Do you know what, yeah? Callum Wilson, it's a game where you're not going to be in the highlights, but this is real old school strike play. Even this run he's making. Watch the run he's making. You're lucky, I guess, from a Newcastle perspective, the ball didn't go on. This guy's horrible, man. Big up DJ and big up Gyökeres for that complete performance yesterday. Sesko sexuals are hiding. And I like it because the more Gyökeres scores, because it burns them. Oh, Tonali. Dan Burn. The game's gone. Dan Burn's wearing the Suarez wrist thing. Couple England call-ups. And Dan Burn's got tape on. He ain't got black boots. Dan Burn's changed, boy. Paqueta definitely needs a new team, a new spark after the gambling scandal. He's going to go Villa, innit? Tonali. I wonder if Tonali will go back to Italy. If he will go back to Italy. You got a good job. You got a good job at Newcastle, to be fair. Tonali. Callum Wilson will give chase. If Callum Wilson could just stay fit, and I need as many England players to do the business as much as possible, because it's better for our country going into the World Cup next year. Surely Danny Welbeck at this moment's got to be on the plane, or for the very minimum called up to the next England squad, which should be announced soon. Murphy's gone for goal. Has it taken a touch off Areola? I don't know. Can't believe they got John Cena to ref this match. This guy. Welbeck getting the England call up. Don't talk to me about no Sammy Watkins with damn or Dominique Solanke. This guy's horrible, man. Hate to say it, but Bowen needs a move. He's too good for this team. Yeah, but the game's changed, man. It's big money. I couldn't tell you a fee, but it's big money. Like, whether you believe Bowen's worth it or not. He's probably signed a new deal as well. And you'd imagine Hull are probably in line for a windfall as well. If Hull were doing their job correctly when they sold him to West Ham, just like a Football Manager, 10 to 15%. If AC Milan becomes great again, I can see Tonali going back there. Does Paqueta have good work rate? I think anyone can have good work rate. It's just down if you want to buy in. If you want to buy into it, if you want to work hard, you will work hard. I think he does, to be fair. And as an Arsenal fan, listen, it's neither here nor there, but the Paquetas and the Gamaras of this world, weren't you both at Lyon at a point? These are the guys. I want us to get these kind of guys. Even Tonali, like, obviously it was different, but even Tonali, we need to get these guys before they end up at big teams. Joe Linton didn't mean that, but it's found Gordon. It's gone back to Joe Linton. Is it going to trickle out for a corner? Yes, it is. Another corner for Newcastle. West Ham are definitely squeezing like 80, 90 for Burn. Exactly. And if people want to pay that, you got to do that. But to be fair, how old is he? Someone said 30. Let's proofread. Someone's lying. 28. It depends on the price, man. Tonali's delivered. Areola punches it out. Diouf. Got to take a touch, lad. Looking to get his team further up the field. Got to take a touch. Got to take a touch. What do I know? Has he found Bowen? It was amicable, but it's horrible. Pope's just lumped it long to Debo. You'll get a move. Another one that I can understand wanting to go to Barca, but you made that move too early. Couple players. I think Gravenberch with Bayern Munich. I think Tell Bayern Munich. Make the move too early. I wouldn't say that, maybe potentially Vinicius, because you had to wait a minute to get your opportunity at Real Madrid. Maybe even Endrick. There's never a bad time, to move to these teams, but I think people underrate the aspect. Didn't Neymar leave Brazil at 23 when he's done X amount? Ooh, pull from Wan-Bissaka. Bowen is not leaving London. Probably not. Yeah, but he's not from it. To be. And you know what? He's Mr. West Ham now, isn't it? They always got one of those players that's Mr. West Ham. We had it with Rice. Yeah, but nah, I'm lying. Nobody was saying Rice is going to stay at West Ham forever. I knew that stuff. Nobody. So, Tonali. I'm just seeing a lot of low blocks. Okay, Tonali's done well. Kraft. To Debo taking no prisoners there. Endrick way too early at Madrid. He needs 3 years in France. For me, my thing is, I understand. I'm not saying it's the wrong time to move or you shouldn't move or any of that. My thing is, if you're really got this potential and all these things, and sometimes it's not your fault. Like teams might just buy you in it, or your current club might just say want to get rid of you in it, and you've got no choice in that regards. But if you're really that guy, the move's gonna come in it. The move is gonna come. Like it's gonna happen. Like it's going to happen. So why rush it? Even if the move does come, and I understand maybe there's certain other aspects because there might be, there's always external factors as to why certain decisions are happening on the sporting front, isn't it? I'll say that much. And they might have sold man dreams and you're going to play in minutes and you're gassed because you want to make your debut and do all these things. But even if the move is happening, can't you just say, listen, I want to stay 2 years here? That the move is going to, that minutes are currency. I think for young players, I don't think Max Dowman's at that stage. I think he's just so good he needs to play. But there gets a moment where players have to play. It's like Fabio Carvalho. Couldn't really get games like that at Liverpool. Couldn't really left Fulham too early. Couldn't 5 minutes of added on time. Couldn't really get games at Brentford at the moment for whatever reason. For me, if I had a son, like when you get to them kind of ages, there, listen, you're not a footballer yet. I promise you, if I had a son that's a footballer, I'd say you're not a footballer until you can look your dad in his face and say, listen, I played 100 career appearances. You're not a footballer to me. Joe Linton could be in here. Good player when he's not trying to fight. It's whistled wide. I think it was going wide. It's a corner, though. Areola ain't got eyes in the back of his head. He wasn't to know. You need 100 appearances. Minutes of currency. Like Jude Bellingham, for example. Like, respectfully to Birmingham, yeah. Let's be real. Jude Bellingham is probably in his mid-20s now, right? He's clearly one of those players for obvious reasons. He was the best. Like, I'm not saying Birmingham never had good players, but he was the best player from a little kid, probably. And like when Birmingham are playing Arsenal, Liverpool, this one, that one, they're like, wow, Birmingham got this kind of player. You don't think they've offered the parents many things, but they said, forget that. It's going to happen. So you cut your teeth at Birmingham. You went to Dortmund, which was another step. Still be on that point. I'm sure when Dortmund were trying to get him, United, they wheeled out Alex Ferguson and these things didn't bang. Once you've done what you need to do at Dortmund, now you're ready for the Real Madrid thing. Which on paper, you're not necessarily, but you're ready now. You've got a grounding. But I understand it, though. Like, it's like us becoming footballers, people. Like, you're in wow mode and Real Madrid want you and this one wants you and they're telling you things and you're believing it. But remember, this is a business and it's not, and everybody's got their vested interest. Sometimes for these players, what you forget, it's not even their fault. They could be ready. They could be good. But the manager, like, that's a lovely flip by Anthony Gordon. But the manager plays 4-2-3-1. You're a striker. You're an 18-year-old striker trying to come through. The striker above you is just the dog's bollocks, like he's Isaac or something, or Haaland. You're not going to get opportunities. Sometimes you could be a 10. A team plays a 4-4-2. It don't really happen in this day and age. So the manager's playing you left wing. You're obviously not set up to fail, but this is real life. What happens to people? Xavi Simons is seriously not built for the Prem. Man United messed up getting Bellingham, so he went to Dortmund. That could be like 170 million in player sales. Boy, Spurs is crazy. That match yesterday was a typical Spursy performance. Tottenham are dusty, man. And I got time for Thomas Frank, and I think he'll get them playing all right. But we've got them after the international break at some point. Never been more confident going into a North London derby. Never. Bilbao made it. We won't have to work as hard as we did against Bilbao when we nicked it. They're rubbed. They're rubbed. Like Spurs are actually rubbed. Like they're rubbed. They're not good. They're not good. As a with an unpopular opinion, whatever knowing now what we didn't know then, if Eze was at Spurs, he would look rubbish. Same way if Xavi Simons was here, he'd probably look a bit better. Fernandez, Somerville, can he shoot? Does. Pope collects. It's all been West Ham, really. Because they're fighting for their lives. West Ham definitely need these 3 points a whole lot more than Newcastle. Has Saka signed a contract? I wish I knew. I hope he has. And we're just waiting on announcements. But boy. To be fair, if we do the double, I wouldn't be surprised if we cashed in on some long-time players to bigger clubs. Saliba to Madrid, Odegaard to Barca, Kai to Bayern. I trust Arteta to recruit well. Yeah, man, this ain't no Arsene Wenger. We sold Anelka and got Henry. I don't want to hear that stuff. The game's changed now. Odegaard to Barca. Kai to Bayern. No, don't sell Kai, man. Kai's sick, bro. How much? Wan-Bissaka bet. Oh! It's 2-1 West Ham. They've nicked it. Botman's put it in the back of his own net, guys and girls. Actually thought it was a pull ball from Wan-Bissaka, but to be fair, they do tell you put balls into areas because you get moments like that. He's pulling it into the back of his net. And the most happiest man on the planet, but trying to keep it cool at this moment, is Espirito Santo. Where his reaction summed it up. We're all surprised. On the stroke of half time. Good ball by Fernandes. He's done decent. Wan-Bissaka is also had a good half. 9 times out of 10, that's a poor ball. It either goes back to Pope. We're not talking about that today. It's in the back of Newcastle's net. And Newcastle, who initially took the lead on the stroke of half time, are losing. Boy. And that is why being a manager is mad. Because for both managers, yeah, you've probably planned all the things you want to talk about to the players. You've just ripped up the little notepad. Definitely, Eddie Howe. You've definitely you've messed up in your own head what you need to do now. Because now you're chasing the game. The problem is, and the problem actually is with West Ham, it's great. They've started when they're going to need to. I do think Newcastle will score goals. There's an element of Newcastle being quite wasteful today. Bowen 65. Semenyo thing then still. Definitely. That's the thing. Not even just Arsenal related. You're going to do that. The João Pedros and Buemos, them kind of ones in the Premier getting picked up. Walkmaid, who's been quiet, plays it to Gomares. Gomares to Murphy, apologies. Murphy delivers to no one. Wan-Bissaka, don't know what he was doing there. Bowen is inadvertently giving a throw-in away. And it is 2-1 to West Ham. DG, question, bro, do you believe we'll win the league? Define winning the league. It's half-time, which in many ways is defining winning the Premier League. We statistically at half-time in the Premier League, we've got 38 games. What is half of that? Many ways, you know, for example, if I say to you, Arsenal recently have gone on a run of games, which last season we couldn't have dreamed of. The clean sheets, the 3 points, all the things we're doing. And we played a lot of bogey teams. Newcastle, West Ham, they're playing today. They were 2 of our bogey teams. Brighton, Palace. To see us look a lot better a year from now, a year on from last season, in many ways, that's winning the league. Of course, you could also define winning the league in terms of lifting the Premier League title in May. I don't look at the Premier League table. I haven't looked at it since probably June. I haven't looked at it, but it's true. We're the Arsenal. We're the 3rd biggest club in England. We haven't won the league in over 20 years. Why would we not want to? So let's just work very hard, run a lot, get 3 points, see where we are. PR in full effect. Oh, man. City is the biggest threat. Listen, the biggest threat. I'll be real with you, my boy. Feels like the biggest threat is ourselves still. Whether it's with logic, without logic, it feels like it's ourselves still. It feels like it. I'll be real. It's not to say we're the biggest and baddest, and I can't tell you reasons, but it just maybe it's PTSD, maybe there's other tests to come. I don't know, but it is. These other teams are good. They can obviously have something to say, and I don't think we're running away with the league and it's all one and done, and we should be like getting excited beyond just being happy. But I think it's us, man. But City are doing their thing. I think Liverpool, they'll get all right, man. Sometimes you're in a rut. They've had a rut. And you know what? Whatever we have to say, the best time to collapse is right now. Really. You'd rather do this now than in May. Hopefully, you know, they're messing up every week, but you get the point. Eze's been better than Simmons. I don't know who Simmons is. Like, Eze's definitely been better than whoever the hell that is. I'm worrying about Slavia Prague. What's their league form? We can check that. I'm not worrying about that, man. Even if it's one of those games we draw ourselves out, they take the lead and we have to nick it 2-1. Come on, man. That's a 3 points, man. But do you know what? We shouldn't be complacent because you beat Prague. Bit of insurance policy beyond the obvious going into the Bayern Munich game. Yeah, but I see a difference in mentality this season, just saying. I think we got the best chance that we've ever had. I think we got the best chance that we've ever had, and we've been doing well in the last couple of years, but now it feels like, you lot are breading now. You lot are breading too much. We're actually very good at football. And the naysayers, they know it, and they're scared. But now it's about putting ourselves in writing, man. Praying to God Perez sells his soul to get Saka as our right winger. Rah. I genuinely give him 450k and 50 mil as a signing bonus for perspective. And Mbappe got 100 million and 600k per week. Damn. Saka's here to stay though. Yo, bro, you are a very good speaker and it seems like you love what you do. Also, I'm quite passionate about football. I started doing match reactions in this channel. Do you have any tips? Just work hard, mate. Just work hard, man. And don't listen to the critics and the negativity. Let me put it this way on Gyökeres. I don't think Gyökeres has done enough to convince Arteta that Havertz isn't the starter. Less of that, man. Less of that. Listen, forget that tactical stuff. There's games for you to start ahead of Gyökeres, but Gyökeres is the big hobby, man. Striker thing now, man. Whether he's doing lit there or not, the striker, man. Striker. But we do need Kai. Kai will score one of them. I don't know what the context is. Kai Havertz will score one of the most important or iconic or at very minimum memorable goals whatever Arsenal season has to say in 2025-26. Make of that what you will. It is them, it's the Marinos, it's them kind of players that will do that. It'll be a miracle if the Hammers win this game. But hey, this man is a politician. You lot call me a politician and maybe you're right. YouTube Jeremy Corbyn. I talk to the far left, the far right, the centralists, many different people. What can I say? Just bringing everyone together. Smash the like button. And shout out the members and mods. Gyökeres was decent yesterday. I think people are doing too much with the pass to Trossard, but whatever, I liked his Bandulu goal more than the pass. Facts. Tell Bayern answer that call as soon as possible if they want Kai. Dark clouds are back at Spurs. They said Simmons was better than Eze. Their club was cheeky, announcing Simmons with let it all work out. Let it all work out, man. There's light at the end of the tunnel. Needy. And what was that? What the hell was that formation from Thomas Frank as well? Like in the Chelsea game. That was horrible. I get it. You're in a rut. You have to try new things. You have to try new things and all that kind of stuff. But then Spurs just no. I just don't think you're good enough. Like, and what we can't forget, and like United, they will do a lot better this season. I think Spurs look worse than United personally. There's a team that finished in relegation kind of positions, or just above it better yet. It was the best way to put it. Yeah, they won the Europa League and all that shit, but they're class. I'd love it if West Ham. When have West Ham got Spurs? There needs to be a watching them. The next one. Because they played already. Are we going to talk about what made? Or is it only cool to speak about Arsenal strikers? I just want to know. Since everyone can tell me about my club and my players and all these things, just want to know. Shout out the chairman. What a goal that was from Murphy, by the way. It's 2-1 to West Ham, people. But yeah, Dan Burns still showing signs of concussion. What kind of play was that? Damn. We would beat that. Hope he's all right. Nuno Espirito de Santo just sounds like the coldest Cologne line. And that is football. Kyle Indy linked Odegaard to Barca on Friday. Kai been getting Bayern links since summer. Listen, if it came to it, Arsenal fans, and we know they've got a role where we're at, yeah, but for the right offer, Kai can cut. You know, Double M's my guy, but money talks. Trossard, I need another season. Jesus, let's achieve what we can achieve this year and link up at some other point. Martinelli and Trossard, there's prices, especially if the form catches up. We could go to the next level. Newcastle, a weird team, you know, let's turn it on against us. Worst case scenario is that Saka wants more money. Saka will sign the contract if Saliba signed the contract. Bro, we're winning games. Saliba signed deals. Luis Skelly, Ranieri, Magalhaes, Timber talks, Rice talks, proactive settings. Dowman, I want to sign scholarships and all of this. Dowman, full stop. Like, bro, I know we're at where we're at and you can't go back in time and all these kind of things. And there was reasons for stuff, but when it's all said and done, this Emirates era just made me a bit reflective. Or probably since that final in 06, because what would that have done for the football club if we did win that Champions League? What would Arsenal look like if how we're moving this year in all aspects? We done this from the jump, because that's what we was told we was on when we were coming to the Emirates. Now you're actually 20 odd years later. This is, you know, we're not Bayern Munich level because we ain't got the silverware like them and all those things. But this is a team that, what didn't Glazer just say, at Bayern Munich level and all of these kind of things, but behaving like such. We got some of the best players on the planet, full stop, and players that are highly regarded, like teams, of this quality, Fabio Vieira, Xavi Simons, nah, brother, Xavi Simons still can't lie. Xavi Simons is seriously not built for the Prem. Honestly, banter aside, I think there's a bit of collective tax because everything at Spurs is stinky. New manager, all these things is smelly. I think you do need to be given the chance to adapt. I do think you've been played all about the place, which is why I've always said he's a good player. But what is he? Like, you're a good player. You could be part of a squad and whatnot. But I can understand like why people wouldn't move the ball out. You can play all across the front three, really. You're good technically. You have got good individual traits, but you don't really grab enough games by the balls. You're clearly a good player. You play for PSG, Barcelona. You've been brought to the Premier League, big money. Play for your country. You have had some decisive moments, but it's not consistent enough to warrant, for me, signing him. And then there probably is the aspect of, while I said on one hand, you got to adapt. Come on, man, let's be real. The Prem for all players, it's a culture shock. If anything, I think on paper, beyond players just being good, players that, and I probably should do some research and see if there's a link. I think players that have played in France, actually, they seem to do good in this country because people always chat nonsense about France. It's a farmers league. It's good technical battles. There's a social pressure aspect as well. You know, how many times you watch French league microphones coming out when teams are in bad form, and it's a physical league more than anything. Lionel Messi is saying that the best player ever, but not better than Ronaldinho, but better than Ronaldinho. That makes sense to some of you. Doesn't make sense to a lot of you. The ones that does make sense to, I found my people. That's what I will say. We have some great debates and talking points on this platform. Spurs is crazy. Oh, sorry, seen that comment already, but Spurs are crazy. Everywhere there you go. But yeah, what's the point cashing in if we win one trophy or all the trophies? What's the point? Because I think, you know what they say in life, scared of success. If we do win the Prem, I'm ecstatic, I'm happy, let's do this again. But when you break it down, you're here now, you've done it. Like, what tomorrow? We've won the league, we've finally got there. What tomorrow? To which many people say retaining it. When you're at the mountain, the only way is down. So how do you do that? We've never done that in our history, and we have won Premier League titles before. So now it's not just ending the drought, it's about creating a new dynasty, a new history. So yeah, man, we're left to see. Edu went to Brazil and brought back Marquinhos instead of Bruno. Crazy work. Thank God for Berta. Emre is so clueless. He played into the hands of Liverpool, playing out of the back, giving Liverpool turnovers. Emi Martinez, what an idiot. That's why Arteta was fine with him leaving. I swear Tonali didn't even want to join them. I remember something around that, if I'm honest. Okay, I can't see a comment. Norgard almost scored yesterday. Would have been good for him. True. Ranieri as well. If I'm honest, I think Ranieri should have bagged yesterday, man. Don't pee me off. Back-to-back slots on must. Putting Ramsdale in goal was our biggest mistake aside from signing Sambi. ADHD shouldn't be in pro sports. Damn, that's horrible, man. We reviewed that. Newcastle needs to turn up. A captain Walt made. You thought you was going to eat today. You thought you was going to eat today. You thought it was going to be 4-1. They're going to zoom in on Nuno Espirito Santo's face. You have to do the Danny Welbeck, man. Pray for Jamaica Fire, man. Pray for you, man. Ice Bowl, stay strong, man. And been donating. People, please donate to legit charities, clothes, everything, man. Pray for Jamaica. But yeah, man, turn this off, man. Turn this off. Save your stuff. Did you see the clip of Spence patterning Cucurella in yesterday's game between Spurs and Chelsea? Cuckoo looked shook. I did, but at the same time, they've got the lead. Spence's mind is on Mars. And as much as I love football handbags, no one is not going to do anything. Is what it is in that regard. Unai doing Unai things. He just always does goofy crap like that. He did the complete opposite of what every other team, typical Unai moment. A healthy Tomiyasu is better than Spence. 100%. 100 million%. Even Mustafi is better than Spence. Now doing too much. He definitely wasn't. Spence is way better than Mustafi. Messi beat his man. Dino makes him retire. To be fair, Messi has done a madness. Messi clear of Neymar. Yeah, 100%. Messi is not better than Neymar, but he is. I don't know about that. Ronaldinho. Let's win back-to-back titles and the Champions League before we talk about selling our key players. We have proven nothing yet. Yeah, we haven't when it's all said and done. We're just proving we're a good team. We're competitive. We can't be bullied. And we're a decent team. But in terms of the other rhetoric and talking points with silverware, like you said, that's the name of the game now. Spence has the ego of Ronaldo, but the ability of Mustafi. Nah, I can't. Like, we're not doing that to Spence. He clearly doesn't. He's confident in himself. He's clearly a humble guy. Above all, he just seems like a sound lad. Like, but when you talk the nonsense he talks, you have to hold that. It's like Lewis Kelly's not an idiot, and another one. Like, just confident people living their dreams. He knew when he done Haaland celebration what could happen, but who cares? What was off a duck's back? I want to say ego of Ronaldo, and even that. What is wrong with having the ego of Ronaldo beyond the obvious? Because what ego does Ronaldo have? Self-development. I want to get better. And to be fair, when you're a guy like Ronaldo and he does all the sports science crap that he does, many footballers won't do that. Because there's footballers, if you had that mindset and all of that, you might not be Cristiano Ronaldo, but you might be, who knows what you'd be doing in the game. So if you're going to do what most people won't, you should be able to talk your take. So yeah, we're not doing that, man. We're not doing that with the Miles Lewis-Kellys and the Spencers, and we're not doing that stuff. Because football, people always want to call footballers robots and things. It's a bit of personality. When you win, you can talk your nonsense. When you lose, you hold your smoke. And the world keeps moving. Defense wins you titles, we know that. But attacking players wins you games. Yeah, we're doing both superbly at the moment. Come on, my team. I can't lie, there's gears to go up, man. Man said French football is AFCON done right. Brother, we've been trying to build castles with rocks for hammers. Now we have power tools. The finesse tools are all the damn tools. I feel bad for Frank. Yesterday, you can see he wanted to do Brentford things, but Spurs fans want attacking football, and Frank is getting stuck. Where? He wanted to go there. Sell Kai to buy and we can get better. I hear it. Who's talking about selling the captain? We have weapons now, man. Can't lie, that Bellegarde guy, is it Bellegarde Wolves guy? He'll get a move. It looks spooky for Wolves, man. It looks very, very spooky for Wolves. They look like they're the ones that look like you're gone. Looks like there's a couple of substitutions for Newcastle after being a goal down. Ramsey's coming on, and so is Osler. To be fair, it's probably unfortunate not to get more minutes here and there. Mr. Osler. Hey, Walt made subbed at half time without a goal. That's crazy. Gordon, Walt made and Craft. I mean, Gordon went a bit quiet, but being a goal down, taking on off Gordon, unless there's a knock, woof. Big call. I think Gordon was one of the better players from a Newcastle perspective. We have to see how it all works out. I didn't realize. Oh, wait, we'll cut the track. We're going to miss kickoff. 1 sec. We'll get back to that. We have Cameron. And the second half is off, people. Newcastle took the lead, but find themselves 2 goals down. Heroic comeback of sorts from West Ham, if I'm honest. I didn't realize the Xavi Simons backlash was actually that bad. Apparently, he's trending on Twitter. Yeah, but you know how social media is. Emirates era underachieved, but had moments like FA Cup wins. Yeah, but we never moved for that. And I'm happy with the moments, but come on, man. We should all have they should have all built a separate kind of thing near the Emirates just for people when they go on the Emirates tours to see the trophies. And that's what I want. Because we ain't got 1 Champions League, but listen, I'm on that. I want bare Champions Leagues, Prems and Champions Leagues. 1 million FA Cups to the point we forget the years that we've even won that. Even that, like, even though we were scrubby, we'd even done the back-to-back FA Cup thing. That was it, being at Wembley twice. Didn't quite enjoy in real time how the whole game went, but in hindsight, you can look back. It was a great day out at Wembley, man. Was it? But then Aston Villa for me, Aston Villa was different because it felt like carnival. Like sun was shining, we're here. Respectfully to Villa at that moment, even though we weren't the biggest and baddest, we knew we was winning. Alexis scored a peach of a goal. Theo scored a peach of a goal. I'm sure Jack Wilshere and Giroud came on to combine for a finish. It was just Nick Grealish played right under that. Our house structure getting in order, that's for sure. We're cold again. You think Jesus gets 5 appearances for a medal, DG? In Jesus, we trust. In Jesus, we trust. And all I'm going to say is, in the minutes Jesus plays, nobody bread. Because he might just score the most decisive goal of this season. He might just score in semis and quarters of Europe. Somerville pocket picked before I even had a chance to even tell you lot. Boy. First game of the season, an unfit Gyökeres benched a fit Havertz against United. Not trying to hear it from these man. Don't know none. To be fair, I swear Havertz weren't even fit like that at the time. No, I'm capping. You're right. He is. You're right still. The way Spence and Van der Ven blanked and aired Thomas Franks. No, that was disrespectful. And it's sad because if they did do that, Thomas Frank just seemed like a good guy. Callum Wilson, having a good game against his old team. He's been fouled off the ball. I don't know if the referees will play on, but nonetheless, West Ham are progressing. Gerard Bowen. Oh, Somerville. Difficult chance, but surely he's ballooned it into the stands. Xavi ain't terrible, but maybe. Who do you think's winning the World Cup? Jamaica. Brazil, England. That's what we're doing. I hope it's an actual fair World Cup, not the conspiracy of the last one that looked a bit fixed. DG, Liverpool win and still no Marcel. Yeah, generational stinker. I hope he's all right. No one knows where the hell he is or what he's on. Marino's up top. It was clear to see what we missed. DG, do you know what's crazy? We ain't conceding goals. That's different. You know what? It's obviously I like not conceding. That's the aim of the game. But it's just our whole defensive ethos and the competency and the level we can defend that. Like that's almost one of the minimum entry points of if we want to win what we want to win and create what we want to create, not just this year and what could be done, but years. Like every big team, you need to be known for things like that. And even that, just having that, like we know we've got that. We've been decent, very good defensively and got better for the last 3 years. It's not just some random game, everybody's mad on it, or some season everyone was down for the cause. Now it's about, can we get a bit more out of midfield, in my opinion? Can we get a lot more out of our front line? Probably the biggest talking point is availability now, because what Martinelli's out. Hopefully he's back Tuesday, but Martinelli's out. Madueke's obviously, guys have to come back, but what Martinelli, Madueke, Odegaard, Jesus. I'm clearly missing out names. And then we're having to wrap a couple in cotton wool. What is going on here between West Ham and Newcastle? Neither team could hold on to the ball. The amount of times I see Bow Wow take a clever touch or start off a good dribble with a bit of pace only to get little Boyd off the ball, I'd be worried if I was a Spurs fan. To be fair, it probably just needs to hit Jim. Because I do think foreign players, the Prem is illogical. Pardon me, it's just, I'm sure in other countries, yeah, you play the lesser known teams and the atmosphere is great, they are on it, but everybody in England, everyone's on it. You see stuff like United losing to Grimsby. Everybody's on it at all given times. And you are going to get fouled. You are going to have less time. You are going to have to play on. You are, to a degree, going to have to force the issue and show a bit more. 4 on this right-hand side for Newcastle. Murphy. Bruno Gomares, does he get it back to Murphy? Somerville gets a knock on it. Paqueta. I'm sure once by the time he was linked with West Ham, I don't know how Paqueta can be appealing for a free kick there. All the Tottenham fans were twerking for Eze. They get Xavi Simons and start twerking for him. Look at him now. Eze thriving at the top of the league. Gomares thriving at the top of the league while Simons is getting done by Enzo. Boy, start. Who do you think will start in defense against Prague? Got to take it seriously, innit? Really? Kepa, Timber, Gabriel, Saliba, Calafiori could be Miles Lewis-Skelly, to be fair, but Calafiori, there's no Supermendi. Rice, we're going to have to do that. Eze, we're going to have to do that. He's more likely to go with Rice and Marino. Marino's in a better moment in terms of like he's played, he's got more minutes in it. He's in the more groove of things, so it's probably going to be Rice for Marino and Eze in it. Trossard obviously continues on the left, and people got to start giving Trossard a bit more of his flowers, in my humble opinion, but that is neither here nor there, folks. Yeah, Marino. Yeah, Marino, Rice, Eze is going to do that, innit? So, yeah, that's the best way. I don't think it's a hink. Unless, you know, it's... Nah, I don't think even Mascara starts. I think the centre-halves would be all right. I just think it's one where, obviously, we played yesterday. Probably rehab today. I don't think Saliba... Couple players... I would love to actually see how it works on a day-to-day basis at London Coley, because I'd imagine Saliba and or Gabriel, at least one of the two, you're not taking part in all of the team's training session. You're probably doing certain things, and then probably with the medical department doing other certain things. Areola's gone long. You'd be part of the tactical breakdowns and all that stuff. Definitely set plays. We're nasty at set plays. From the second ball to obviously Gabriel Magalhaes and whoever does it. But people need to watch what other players are doing. Like even Trossard against Burnley, blocking off one of the runs and whatnot. Some of it on this left-hand side. I mean, the football's mad because technically that's going to end up as a shot on target. Sorry. Gooner, Raheem, one love. West Ham fighting, not just laying down and dying. They can't afford to do that because people are not certain man. Respectfully, like Potts, respectfully, you might not play in the Premier League again. People are going to lose jobs. Big players are going to win a leave. There's players that probably got a sweet gig going for them at West Ham. If they get relegated, people might have to cut costs. That's a good ball. How have West Ham got out to Callum Wilson here? Needs support. The pass was dead. He's got another chance. Wilson's now lost it. Personally, I think that's a free kick. Refs letting a lot go, you know. DG, they won't learn with Bendit like Declan until it's too late. One midfielder, all action midfielder. Still think injuries could ultimately be the thing that derails us. You see, there's going to be adversity, but I'll be just saying, come on, Alusa's gone for the shot. I'll just say, like, it's voodoo at this point, man. We're down to our bare bones in attack, man. We're having to give players more minutes. And thank the Lord, actually, whatever you think about them, for Max Dowman and the News, because you've had to play your own way. And to be fair, News surely travels Champions League. Man down for Newcastle, I believe. Harvey Barnes warming up. See who's down in a sec. Overcooking the hold-up play to serviceable hold-up play. All we need is serviceable. But I'm not going to say his hold-up play or game was complete. Who are you referring to? Has they been good? I don't know what others are on. I'm a former Sesko sexual, but I've been very impressed with Gyökeres. That first touch leaves a lot to be desired, but he's been the full striker package so far. And he can only get better. Joe Linton has actually been quite behaved today. Dan Burn inverting, the game's gone. And he's galloping forward. He's been fouled, but he's got it out to this left-hand side. Ramsey, dead. When is Noni back, aka the Black Assassin? Wasn't we told November about Kai, Noni, all of these guys? Beyond the obvious, the quicker these guys get back, the better. Because slightly, maybe even Saka's having to play more minutes. Better handbags from Tonali and Potts. Wan-Bissaka up against Tonali, turns back to Potts. Goal kick. Facts, if West Ham get relegated, that ain't coming out. No, Callum Wilson was actually finished. Nah, that's reactionary. He's done decent. If Rice gets a yellow, he'll be out for the buying game, which is why, like with Zubamendi, I was saying in the build-up to the last game in the Champs, get yellow card now. Do you just start Rice? Say, but just be careful. Or do you get scared about the yellow card and go to, or do you just focus on what's in front of you, in which you have to put Rice out there? Or do you focus too much on that aspect and you say, you know what, Rice is going to get dropped. But then no, we're not going to rock up against Salvia, yeah. With the game it could be, and they're going to be up for it. It's going to be like a cup final. Surely it's not the wisest to go with Merino and Norgard. Away from rotation and trusting your squad and all that kind of jazz. Surely Prague means we're seeing a new Harriman and Noose and Dalman starts. You never know for an else, but it's different starting in the Champions League versus at the Emirates. Probably because the aspect of throwing Merino up front, we ain't got much to choose from. So yeah, probably. Boy, good point though. Gyökeres not playing midweek. Probably be Merino up top. Those subs are probably closer to the Prague game. I have a theory. Marcel's DG's auto account, and the only reason why he's not using it is because he wants to make a video called Marcel Returns. What's wrong with this guy, man? Can that prop stop? So seeing as Xavi Simons is not physical, can we stop this prop of Partey was physical? Because Partey got outstremped by a younger Xavi Simons in Europa League against us. Gabriel Mascara, I don't know. The Somerville Ute has been one of the maddest hairstyles I've ever seen. He got braids, a fade, a lineup, designs on both sides. Bro must have spent 4 hours at the barber every week. It's like San Andreas. You just sit in the chair and change your haircut repeatedly. Long ball forward. Callum Wilson does well, to be fair. Paqueta. Not sure that's the best option that Diop should have taken. Callum Wilson up against Botman surely fouled. Ref not giving anything. Joe Linton hasn't got much forward support, but looking to charge through West Ham centre. And just as I told you like that, West Ham are on the move. Paqueta. Can you get them out of there? Up against Tonali and Joe Linton. Does somehow. With the help of a colleague. Paqueta. Good baller, man. Bring him. I'm looking forward to Madueke's return. Can't lie. He's got a lot to offer this current team at this form we're on. Marcel saw the writing on the wall and got the hell out of Dodge. He ran, man. He don't respect the grind. Gabriel to bag another hat-trick against Palace in the League Cup. Fully fit Saka, Gyökeres and Rice would be unstoppable with Zubamendi, Rice and a fully fit Odegaard. Jesus left wing dominance begins. Mosquera and Hincapié look solid too. Yeah, and this is what we need, man. We've got a lot of players that are not really in the groove of things, though, man. Really. I would say Calafiori's one. Timber's another. From a fitness point of view, I wouldn't say Gabriel and Saliba, away from them just having good seasons. Raya, of course. Rice, to be fair. Zubi, there's more to cut. There's just a lot more. But we're having all these talking points, and look where we are. Gomares, Osulu, who's come on as a sub. Step over. Can he? Oh, he's held on to the ball too long. Tonali keeps it alive. Dan Burn, left wing now. Up against Wan-Bissaka. Oh, is there a handball? It won't be looked at, but it's a corner. Might root for a draw for the City Bournemouth game. City going to spoil our weekend, man. They're going to win that. But in Semenyo, we trust. Look at this Nathan guy. Fan base already divided with Frank. It's already peaked. But anyone can get it in this world. I've seen Liverpool fans talk about slot out. Now, I'm not saying that's legit or not legit, but the man just won a Prem. Football's relentless. Jacob Ramsey gets up. Did surprise me when he got the move, if I'm honest. That move actually surprised me to Newcastle. It made sense. I think you're a Newcastle type player. Tonali. Paul Scholes, I hope you're watching. You said he's better than Rice. That's a ball still. Thank the Lord. I would have ate humble pie. It's a bit of pants. Comes to nothing. Run up the likes if you haven't. Jesus, Gyökeres and Saka just once this season. Please, Mikel Arteta. Rob, appreciate you. Big up DJ in the chat. DJ, I hope you're well. Hope you're doing better as well, man. Rob, man. Big up everyone. Happy new month as well, by the way. Did you enjoy doing TalkSport guest spot again? Yeah, I did, man. Thought you did well. As always, glad they have you repping our club. Big up to TalkSport and that. Rob, far too kind, brother. Appreciate you. Arsenal need a dynasty like the Herbert Chapman did in the 1930s. Let's absolutely dominate football. Can you really dominate football in this day and age, though? I don't think it's possible. Callum Wilson's coming off with people. We got 60 minutes. His thing has always just been fitness. He's a good striker. Souček, this could go downhill. Newcastle. Souček coming on. Trying to get more men in the middle. Wait. They need to move on from the likes of Souček, in my opinion. We will be. City versus Bournemouth next. We are elite again, truly elite. What Berta did in the transfer window was a masterstroke. Getting all these players over the line has changed everything. But EG, I'm shook. When are you guys going to lose? Not anytime soon. Not anytime soon, man. If we get through this next round of fixtures, oof. Scary conversations for people that's not connected. Ball into the box from a Newcastle perspective. Botman fights to keep it alive. Came to nothing. It came to nothing. DG, if you could do a swap deal with Bournemouth to get Semenyo, and it had to be one of Nelly or Trossard, who are you picking? No PR answers as well. Trossard. He's older. And the contract stuff. Martinelli does have age on his side. Get me a Champions League. It's time. Bayern have Champions Leagues. I was told we were moving stadiums, compete with Bayern and them, man. Exactly. Is Rice the best midfielder? Rather, are Rice and Zubamendi the best midfield partnership? We've got the best centre-back partnership in Gabby and Saliba. Timber the best right-back in the Premier. Thoughts? Probably. But I don't think... Nah. As a cohesive unit... Sorry, people, I'm getting cramped. As a cohesive unit, you could argue Newcastle. Nah. I don't think there's a standout midfield. And we're, 9 games in the Prem? Probably about 12 in all comps, if that, with that partnership. Too early to guess it. Individually, though, right, best midfield in the league. Zubamendi, second best 6 in the league. Best performing 6 at the minute. Spanish, sorry. Whoever made that Somerville comment is horrible, man, because they're bang gone. Gomares. I remember when I was dying for Arsenal to sign Bruno Gomares, man. That's the sort of profile I think we're missing. Not that we don't have it, but if you give me a Gomares, a Zubamendi, and a Rice on top of what we got, you'll never hear me waffle about midfield again. I just want one. I like Rice I just dream of having the option of Rice doing his 8 stuff and a tempo dictating 8 on top of all the other combinations and stuff we can do and are doing at this moment in time. Good question, though, man. Spurs need to realize they overrate their squad. They invested in young players who need to develop, and senior players are average, most of them. To be fair, and they almost messed up the Spence thing. They almost messed up Spence. Like, I don't think it's weird looking at Spurs' squad. I don't think it's as bad as it should be right now. What people are forgetting. Football will always be about the individuals. Like, it'll always be about the individuals. There'll always be standout players. But arguably, definitely in my 30 years, the game is more focused on systems rather than individuals. To have a system, you need a collective bunch of players, right? As dumb as it sounds, but we get caught up in this being good from set pieces, being good in mid blocks and low blocks, pressing, standing here and that. That's a result of training, right? And how do you train something? It's repetition. If you do repetition and you get it right, it's good habits. They don't have that. So they've got decent players with bad habits and inconsistent habits and stuff. You're in serious problems in the Premier League if that's the case. Serious problem in football, full stop. Because one of the best games I actually watched, Marseille got zanged a few weeks ago. Marseille versus Real Madrid from a tactical in the Champions League. From a tactical aspect, is Derby. I like watching games like that. Substitution for, I don't know at this moment in time, people. Newcastle, because Botman's running over there. I'm not going to lie, Newcastle fans, you did try to gas up Botman. You did try to gas him. Spurs tried to gas up Van der Ven and Romero against my centre-backs. United fans, you won't sweat, you'll forget all. But you were saying Lisandro Martinez is better than Gabriel. Fair play to Liverpool. You've got a leg to stand on with Konate. But you know in your hearts he's not better than Saliba or Gabriel. Uncomfortable conversations if Gabriel wins the Premier League. Very uncomfortable conversations. King of the set pieces. Effective in both areas, Mr. Clutch, high IQ centre half. Arcs United fans, Ten Hag's probably still speaking about that. We are cold at football. Godfrey, one love, my guy. Let me just drop the bomber. Congo are winning the World Cup. Big up Congo, but come on now. Jamaica team, Jamaica. That's a funny way to spell Jamaica. Just need to get over there. Spence is cool, and I rate Spence because I like to see this stuff from Spence. Forget his club, but I like to see this, and I like the way he spoke on whatever podcast about Miles Lewis-Kelly. How did you like Gyökeres' performances? Second best in an Arsenal shirt for me, up there with Newcastle. Spence is probably a failed right wing, a decent player though. Aren't all us fullbacks? Respect DG, I'm okay. My side didn't get as much damages, bro. I wish everyone could say that, but thank the Lord, man. We got a couple generators in the fam, so I'll be okay for now. I got to tune in today, bro. I've been missing for a while. Don't worry, man. That's the least of your problems, my guy. Thoughts with you and your loved ones. Appreciate you. Couldn't beat this Liverpool side on their knees because we was conservative, man. Can't go back in time, but we had Liverpool like this week, their food. And I think, again, Arteta, don't make the same mistake twice because we were good. We were so good in the final. We were good in the second half against City, but imagine we started the game like that. Oh, big save by Pope. If we started the game like that, and also you're right about Liverpool because set piece. It was both teams kind of set up to nullify each other. It wasn't as mad as we thought it was going to be. Crazy wonder goal made the difference. Even with us, we're the set piece kings. Why did we concede from there then? Beyond the obvious, we was a bit braver them times. I'd be even more happier, man. But you got to take your blessings where you can. Yeah, where the Unai grifters is Emre the guy. I think one lie that needed to stop being perpetuated in the Arsenal fan base is that Emre was the dude. I'll always admire him, but he needed to go. Pope has made another fantastic save. If you haven't hit the like button, what are you doing? Pope has denied Kilman. So good save. One more goal does it. In my opinion, for West Ham. So, yeah, man. All right, Lamar, appreciate the super chat, my boy. I'm so proud of you. Been watching you for a few years now. And all I've seen you do is just grind and keep going. Well done on making TalkSport. Lamar, appreciate you. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the supporters. Without people like yourself, it couldn't be done. Well, come man, don't make me, yeah. I'm making me blush, man. Like, the wife for that, but yeah, Brownings, see the grind and Hanson. Take me off the streets before it's too late. West Ham surely have to score. Somerville, what are you doing? Hit it, lad. It's here with Bowen. Bowen puts it into a dangerous area. Kilman tries to get there. So Potts has scored. Newcastle is dark from taking the lead to holding free. Potts. Oh, okay. The feds have locked off the party. Everyone's got to go home. The offside flag has come up. I'm sure VAR will have a look. Ah, ruins a great moment, man. Who is this Don they keep panning to on the bench? This ball Don. I actually don't know his name. Great moment for Potts. Did he come through the academy? Oh, who they say is offside? Sochek. I don't think he is, you know. That's a toenail or a fingernail, better yet. I don't think that's offside. I'll be real. VAR's got to have a look at that. I don't think that's offside. To be fair to Pope, immediately. I know people do that, but he put his hand up. I don't know if VAR surely got to have a look, and I think the ref is. I think that's a goal, you know. Company's better than Arteta. That's great for him, man. W. Lamar, man. Come on. Appreciate that. That's good. We want to play to get into peak fitness later in the season. And you know what? I'd be more entertaining at this moment in time for people saying we're saving ourselves for the second half of the season. Shit like that makes sense. The goal has been ruled out. Who is Mr. SP, respectfully? Because they keep panning to him. He'll be your pick for left wing. It's Emmanuel Yildiz. I like Yildiz, but I wouldn't play you left wing. Semenyo, man. It just kind of mirrors Eze, innit? It's only 10 games. DG, do you think Saka is worth 300k a week? Pay him the bread, man. Pay him the bread. We're not able to dominate football, but that's how we should be thinking as a club, not one Premier League title, but multiple. Facts. And that should be the ambition, man. That literally has to be the ambition. DG, thoughts on Wilshere and Luton's result in the FA Cup? Listen, we want the best for Mr. Jackie. So look, Mr. Jackie Wilshere. So let's keep it going. West Ham are hungry, you know, with 20 minutes left. Most people would think, oh, you know what, fighting relegation. Nuno Espirito Santo is known as a defensively sound coach. Somehow got them, well, not even somehow, but they've got themselves back in the game. Let's just see out the result. But no, West Ham, you would think they need a goal. They're going for it. That's a ball from a Newcastle centre half. Out to Joe Linton, who finds himself left wing. Surprised he's not started fighting yet. I'm never going to stop that agenda. DG, thoughts on Bundesliga attacking midfielders that join Prem? To be fair, Xavi Simons and Wirtz are making them look rubbed. I see Wirtz get nutmegged yesterday. But both, like, these guys are being signed to teams that are dysfunctional at this moment in time, though, man. I'd be more optimistic on Wirtz than Xavi Simons, personally. DG, if you got into management and you can manage one team to learn your craft, who would you pick and why? Arsenal. Oh, to learn my craft. If I had to learn my craft, like if I was given a chance today, I'd go to Strasbourg and learn everything from Liam Rosenau. I spend a year there. Hansi Flick, someone like Luis Enrique, Xabi Alonso, Cesc Fabregas, Mikel Arteta. One of you like shout me, let me do a year. Let me do a year there. And then let me spend a 3-year period. And then I need to just be around. Like I need Arteta and Jurgen Klopp's number to just be mentors. And I would need to just, I guess, need to be like around the Jose Mourinho, someone that might not be the bee's knees at this moment, but he's a legend. Bielsa or something. And then I'm ready. But then if I had to pick my club, Arsenal win it. Boyhood club. Imagine being the first Black Premier League winning manager, and also I boot is offside. And also Arsenal's. You better build me one of them statues. Serious statues, mate. Oh, says Fabregas, future Arsenal manager, who says no, not me. What on earth has gotten into Newcastle? They're demons when they play us, and a bunch of green Teletubbies against West Ham. Keith, such is life. But to be fair, though, and while I think and that's why I mean, even going back to us indirectly, I think it's too early to talk about winning this and doing this and all these things. Because if you speak about Newcastle, you speak about Man United, you speak about not Forest, that's a lie. But if you speak about a lot of these teams individually, and then you look at the league table, no one's away from anyone per se. And I think Newcastle been a bit mixed start to this season. I'm sure before this game week they were 12th. I don't look at the league table. I think somebody commented that. Joe Linton moving like Pereira. Wolves was strong with Nuno. They used to cause us so much troubles. I'm sure it was against Wolves. There was that dodgy David Luiz red card. Oh, West Ham could be on the break. Paqueta's got to switch it out to Bowen. Bowen. Oh, the ball weren't the best and it's forced him out wide. He can still make something of this. Bowen charging into the box. Somehow cannon back to him. Wan-Bissaka. Shaped like he's going to cross. Bandulu skills. I don't know what Wan-Bissaka is doing, but it's working. Shout out to him. Bowen. Boy. Paqueta. He's so press. I don't know about these new age words about press resistant and that. Cut the track. That's our ball. That's our ball. And to be fair, yeah, it's offside anyways. It's slide pull from Wan-Bissaka, but that's a great defense splitting pass from Mr. Potts of West Ham. But Wan-Bissaka's done what you're told to do, and even Sunday League of any fullbacks, put the ball in a dangerous area. To which leaves the question: where the hell? Even though it is off, he's onside as well. So somebody needs to be in the box. Had that have gone in, West Ham got their third. The Rice v Zubi battle in the World Cup final is going to be tasty. Sorry, Brazil. You back Zubimendi, Spain more than us, isn't it? DG Calafiori's had a great start to the season as well. Thought his Buki injury record was an issue, but with run of games, he's showing what he can do. So fair play to him. Shout out to him. Looks like Alanga's coming on. He can't be in the best of form for Newcastle. Like, I ain't really heard no noise about Alanga and Newcastle and all that stuff this season. Ramsey been a bit pedestrian in the second half. Thought he was fouled there. Ref don't agree with me. Murphy. Boy, what positions do we need to strengthen in January and to balance the books? Who are you selling? I'm not on selling no one in Jan. Everyone's got a price, but we're talking about a squad, and even though we've been winning games and we're talking about we got depth and stuff, like in the attacking ranks, and this, a month from now or something, we could be saying this about our defenders. We're down to our bare bones, so it don't make sense to sell anyone. I think everyone's got to be a tool this season. Everyone's got a price though. So like players that I would consider letting go if you presented offers, Jesus, probably the only one. In the summer, you could be open to offers for Martinelli. Not that I want to, but you've got to be non-biased. Martinelli, Jesus, Kai Havertz, Marino. Even though a lot of these guys are kind of vital players for us. But if I could have one position in January, left wing. I think we had a great summer. Can't ask anything more, but I wish we had 9 players instead of 8. Ball into the box from Newcastle. 15 minutes to go. Man said I look like Konza. That sounded racist, man. Shout out, Savvy Card. Big up yourself, Michael. Gabriel, PFL Player of the Year, who said that. It'd be lovely. Because I've never heard anyone say, Bozo Gene and all this. I love Gabriel Magalhaes. And don't get it twisted, yeah. Like keeping them kind of guys at the club with the age and everything, and actually the less sexy part of football of developing talents. Got to win something with these guys. Fernandez tries to play a give and go with Somerville. Right idea, wrong application. Wan-Bissaka tries to keep this move alive. Bowen running into a blind alley. Has he earned the corner for his troubles? I believe so. American Gunner, big up Unks, man. Hope you're doing well and safe. Calafiori and Mendes are 2 different types of left backs. Mendes better than him. Calafiori can be our Nuno Mendes. Big up the Algerians, man. Come on. Because they look at the profiles. They signed Frimpong and Kirk as 2 attacking fullbacks. Frimpong's worse defensively than Trent. Kirk I feel it's a bit like a fish trying to climb a tree. I do think you're being given. I just think what they're trying to make you do, you just look a bit disillusioned. And I think you're getting to grips with being at a big club and playing in a system because it can't be Premier League. You keep Kirkers at Bournemouth, apologies, and nobody's talking about him in this kind of light. Can West Ham get a third? I'm backing West Ham to get a third. That's a decent delivery. Pope just said forget about all that. The bubble boys are rising. Do you think Slot was planning to play a back 3, but Liverpool not securing He messed it up? You never know, but I wouldn't say so. They just needed depth. They bought that Leone guy, and they still wanted Gurley. So that told you 2 extra defensive bodies. Osily, what kind of skills that? But it's worked. And then obviously, you got someone like Gurley, probably want to partner him with Van Dijk. So it's pressure for places. And there's an element of future-proofing because Konate, to my knowledge, ain't signed a new deal. Not sure what Aaron Ramsey was doing there. I'm not sure what Bruno Gomes saw there. He's bundled a good chance over the ball. Boy. Is Marcel back now, Foxy? Nah. No, we're gonna have the whole of Africa tune into a DG stream soon. Big up Africa, everyone all around the world, even Antarctica. They got internet. They must have internet there, man. If they're going and following polar bears and shit, that's crazy. Like polar bears, I think polar bear is the scariest bear in the world because like that only eats meat, isn't it? Like that's a cold-hearted savage. Like Kyle Walker-Peters has come on. Is he just playing right wing? You play 2 right backs, or is Wan-Bissaka going to push forward? Or you're just having 2 defensively minded players on the right side of the pitch aimed at just shoring up things in these last 12 minutes? Don't know. SJ, one love, man. Guy, he's even been linked with Bayern Munich. Boy, I'm an IC3. Fair play. Yo, that pick with ESR, Saka, and Wenger. They were the good days, man. We could have kept Smith. We should have kept Smith. Roberta came in a year from now, he would have patterned something. There would have been a solution. Even that, Smith Rowe, love him to bits, but you're not making no noise at Fulham. Saw Nelson, was it last week? Or was it? It might have been yesterday. I'm making this up. Might have been yesterday. Smash the like button. I think he got some minutes for Brentford. Joe Linton. You know what? Who says, because someone asked me about left wing. I'd love Semenyo in January. Cheeky Danny Welbeck deal, 18 months contract. Cheeky one. That unpopular opinion. Him and Jesus for what's left of the season left wing amongst all the other options. As well as Wells going up front where you can rest Yokeres. There's a method to the madness. Calla plays left centre back and left back. That's a left-sided defender. Mendes is just a fullback. That's to invert as well, to be fair. Smith Rowe is too busy yamming burgers on the bench. Horrible. Who's winning in the scrap? A polar bear or a gorilla? Polar bear or gorilla? I think a bear still. But gorillas are intelligent, innit? I swear monkeys are intelligent. So intelligence tax. He might fight smart. But polar bear's a savage. Alanga. Tonali. Got to put it in the box. Dan Burns there. Got to be a lot higher than that. Tonali. Joe Linton. Tonali. Big, do you know what? Yeah, on a Sunday where people probably got work tomorrow, shout out the Newcastle fans who have made the trip to London. I'll give them that. Polar bears are huge. Don't F with a polar bear. Polar bear. Yeah, but intelligence tax. It might fight smart. David and Goliath kind of thing. I want to say polar bear, but what if the gorilla who could equally cause damage is a master tactician? Eddie Howe doesn't appear happy with the official for whatever reason. Big Danny Wells will give us that Origi effect. Still would like someone with legs in midfield. We're too reliant on Raz for that. That's a shout. If it's up to me, left wing, backup striker in the mix. Hopefully Harriman and Noose can live a movie in that regards. But assuming he was irrelevant, another striker in the mix. Yes, there's Marino and Havertz. A left winger, a long-term 6 kind of prospect, rotationary kind of guy. An 8, man. Someone that could do what I want. Someone that's got the 8 kind of stuff I need. Then I'm all right. And then obviously, if Arteta wants to upgrade in positions or there's opportunities too good to turn down, other stuff, I just think we could do with another out-and-out striker, full stop, like a striker who just plays like a striker, as dumb as it sounds. Speaking of that, West Ham are attacking down this right-hand side. Bowen squares it. Come on, Fernandez. Dead. Kyle Walker-Peters, you're not going to make it. You didn't believe in yourself. Diouf. Paqueta. Brazil skills. Sends Alanga for a bagel. Diouf. Is he going to deliver? Who's there? Okay. Kyle Walker-Peters. Across goal. You tried the thing. Dead. Polar bear going to eat us one by one. Needs to be a very big gorilla to stand with a polar bear. Polar bear's got that weight. Don't have quick hands, but that weight is crazy. And the gorilla might just be trying to be thumping up the polar bear. The polar bear actually wants to eat the gorilla. New left back and MLS can be Rice back up. Are we ever going to see? I would like Lewis Skelly to be exposed in midfield just because, yeah, if the script ever flips in football and this inverted left back thing, even though, don't get twisted, he could play as a normal left back. If that ever gets flipped, then it's just a midfield movie. Go watch a YouTube video of 2 Kodiak brown bears who would lose to polar bears fight. Then tell me a gorilla wouldn't be as dead as a regular human. Gorillas max out at £500. Polar bears 1,500. Oh, hello. The mic went off. Are we back? But yeah, I was saying you came with science. Fair play. It's dark for a gorilla. But Leicester won the league. Things could happen. Gerard Bowen. It feels like I'm always saying Bowen's on the ball here. Paqueta. I still think there's a third for West Ham. Not when Souček is going to get inspired. We're back. We're back. We're back. The mic went off as he's dealing with the polar bear weighing 1,500. Yeah, that's mad. He backed it up with science. That's dark. Polar bears are just hungry. Yeah, but what if it's to give it? All right, cool. Because the polar bear is clearly stronger in that. What if it's in the jungle then? The polar bear has to play in the away game. Anfield away. So you're not in your natural habitat now. You might lose a little bit of powers. Oh, handball, surely. Okay, ref don't agree with me. Gamar's has done well. 4. Feels like such a long time ago we saw, the penalty given and then VAR overturn it. And Newcastle were actually ahead when that happened, didn't it? To Gnarly. Ramsey. Been a bit so-so. Surely a free kick. Right, the ref's giving it against. Well, the linesman better yet. It's the weight. Gorilla got agility and hands, but the weight. So you never seen a fat guy get beaten up by a slim guy? Or girls? So it don't mean much then. Obviously, if he uses that, it's dark. Polar bear won't just kill the gorilla, it will eat it. Exactly. Right. I think the polar bear is nerfed by being in polar regions. If it came to the jungle, it became the new king of the jungle for sure. It's a polar bear, though. You can't thrive in them environments, bro. Hippo versus a gorilla. Who you got? Hippo versus gorilla. Hippo still. Hippo. Man said, Polo, pussy, or in the jungle, riding those elephants, bop them. Yeah, Hippo. Hippos, I don't know, man. Hippos got great PR. Even that game I had as a little kid is Hungry Hippos. Hippos are not nice individuals, like nice animals. They're on doing mad. I swear they can run fast. They can do the most. Yeah, exactly. If the hippo bites it, it's cooked. You're not making gorillas sound weedy. I remember as a kid, I used to think a lion was the strongest thing. I used to think that up until recently, and then I started actually deep in bears. Like a bear. Elephants not effing with no polar bear. Yeah, no, the elephants will gang up on it though, man. Elephants can collapse it. Elephants can collapse it. No matter how messed that polar bear thinks it is, if that foot, one of them will collapse it. But I do think a polar bear could take down an elephant in numerous attempts if he keeps hitting the same leg or something. Gomares, 5 minutes on the clock. Tonali. There's drama here, man. I'm starting to give up on my third West Ham goal. Could there be a second better yet for Newcastle? Smash the like button, people. Come on, man. Hippos don't swim. They're too heavy. They actually jump off the bottom of lakes and creeks, and that elephants will jump it. You understand how big a bull African elephant is? Exactly. Hit the likes, people. Ultimately, an elephant kills everyone. Elephants is scary. Scary. Like, even the people that ride elephants is, boy, they're intelligent. They look like if you just leave us alone, we're not going to trouble you. If we detect any madness, it's over. Ain't elephants and dolphins, ain't they? And orcas, they're probably the most intelligent things out there, isn't it? Never heard anything like it. Man said, what happens if the polar bear's in? Yeah, but what happens if the polar bear's in the jungle? Can get ripped. Because you can't, if the polar bear, like going back to that gorilla thing, the polar bear's bigger, stronger, you lot all saying that, and you're playing in their home ground. You've got to level up the playing ground a bit. So if it came to the jungle, it can't regulate. It'll be meaty. It's not going to survive. It needs the cold. Harvey Barnes, can he make something happen? I think there's got to be drama, man. It can't end 2-1. We need to be entertained, man. Hippos kill 500 people a year, probably most deadly to us. See? Haven't you seen when they attack boats? We're all apex predators until we see a flying cockroach. Just kidding. They say the lion is the king of the jungle, but lions don't live in the jungle. Like, what do you mean lions don't live in the jungle? I used to go to Google. Lions don't. Wow. Wow. Lions do not live in the jungle, in jungles, because their natural habitat consists of open grasslands, savannas, and scrublands. Oh, yeah. Fair play. That's mind-blowing stuff, mate. Like, bloody hell. Fair enough. They don't live in jungles, that's tigers. Yeah. So they just lied to you in school for no reason. Like, what's the point? Now, elephants win everything. Even if you kill one, their families come for you. You've been twanged. Lions do live in Asia, brother. It's not. Is that? Whoa, 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 whoa! Like, big up Asia. Wait, what are you saying there, lad? We watch too much Disney as kids. No one chucks it to rhinos. Rhinos is dark. Rhinos can get dark. Rhinos is horrible. Tigers live in the jungle and they can dispatch a male lion with ease. They're the real king. That sounds fugazi, though, man. That sounds fugazi, man. Are you sure? Tiger can't be up no lion. We need an AI vid Mortal Kombat style in the jungle. Polar bear versus gorilla. It's true though. Like polar bear's needy, man. Nah, no. Do you know what? I can't lie. If you're ever in a situation where you're next to a polar bear, you did that to yourself. There's no need for you, whether it's safari or the people that go. There's actually no need for you as a human being to be near a polar bear. A bear, I don't get it, but I get it. But bears look scary, man. Sometimes on my TikTok, it comes up in America, like I don't know where, or Canada or wherever. Guys are just hiking and like that's common. There's not snow leopard, but there's leopards. Forget all of that. Forget all of that. You see, certain places you're not meant to venture. Imagine going into the jungle, matter of fact, with the snakes and we got everyone who likes animals like that, or even swimming with orcas. You know what? I would I'd do it if it was VA. If it was VR, it's not as mad as it sounds. If it was VR, nah, man, scary. It's actually scary, you know, like the ocean, the jungle, the whatever. Lions be doing up wasting areas. Pretty sure tigers are significantly bigger than lions. So everything I thought I knew is a lie. I'm discovering it. Big up the mods and the members and the part of the TG community. We're an educational platform above everything. We have to change the category away from sports. We've been given 5 minutes of added on time, people. West Ham have come from behind on the verge of getting a big 3 points as they lead Newcastle 2-1. An individual tiger can beat an individual lion, but lions are often in prides. They're the OG gangs of the savannah. Nah, lion will be up a tiger still. Bro, tigers dispatch a lion. They're much bigger and stronger. I don't know, man. I need to see evidence. That sounds shaky. Snakes are scary, bro. They live in both land and sea, especially the python. Snakes, bro. Snake, because snakes camouflage and just imagine, like, I don't know, man. If someone said for like 20 billion pounds you had to survive 24 hours in the Amazon rainforest, I would boy, not all money's good money, but if we assume we are all gonna take it. Like, how do you go about that? Because just know once it gets dark, it's dark. Once it gets to nighttime, it's dark. You can't jump it. You can't afford to be in the ocean or the water. There's parasites, there's piranhas, there's probably tigers and shit lurking, doing the self thing. It's mad. There's snakes, there's birds, there's poisonous, everything. You're not meant to be in there. You make a like 1 minute you're running from a tiger, and then this one's trying to kalash you. What the hell? What do you do? Even go in toilet, I don't even. The first thing I do is cry, man. Because what else can you do realistically? What else can you do but cry? Even sorry, ladies out there, but you know, guys, we do take leaks sometimes, innit? Like, you think I'm trying to pee normally in the or do fuck doing a shit in the jungle? But imagine even taking a leak. You don't want to get caught. Imagine a tiger, your dingling's all out, and the tiger's on you. It's dark out there, man. Can the polar bear to a cold climate though? No, man, you can't do that. You can't do that. It would have to be a fair fight. Seen that already. DG, never forget the elephant that deaded that Indian woman, then came back to a funeral to F it over as well. Clearly she wronged them and they came back in blood. But they the smartest things, but say people. Boy. That is the comment of the live stream. They say the lion is the king of the jungle, but lions don't live in the jungle. Everything we've been told is a lie. I might use that at the start of one of my tactical vids. Hippos are highly territorial, that's all. Crazy. I bet people watch a David Attenborough animal doc before he died. All these questions been answered. Big up David Attenborough, man. See, yeah, I live through him where it comes to the animals. There's no need to be around these things. Problem with tigers, they ambush animals. They target smaller prey. Lions are built for fighting. They can fight there. Yeah. A home. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Tigers can't fight, can't be a fighter. I need to hear the elephant side of the story before I make any assumptions. Probably did do it wrong. But then again, I think it was somewhere in India or Pakistan. There's a video on Twitter. Like there was like a leopard or a tiger or something. There's like probably like 50 dudes with planks and that, and it's trying to get at them, and they're getting collapsed. They chased it off, but it was mad. It was, oh Lord. Wow. I do not like the ocean. Trips me out. I was once on one of them banana boat things in Bulgaria where you fly off and just end up out there in the water wondering what might be lurking underneath. I like the ocean, but I don't really like being out there, if I'm honest. Like, I'll never do a cruise. I never do a cruise. I'm not on it. I know people can say planes and that are mad, but I just don't like it because of what you're saying. Nah, man. Ariola's wasting time. We're into the last minute anyway, so looks like job done. DG, seen the links before. Slightly looks like a sick pet. Shh, forget that. You wrong an elephant, it will recognize you 20 years later. Don't wrong them elephants. Nonsense. Tigers take down buffalo and wild boars on their own. No help from a pride. What books are you lot reading? I'm just taking you lot's word for gospel. Ariola's still down. This is elite time wasting. Elite time wasting. Goldie's wearing vapors. The game's gone. It's looking dark for my FBL team this weekend. Social, that's wrong, bro. The Romans literally tested it. Tigers own lines. Damn. Yeah, the leopard in Pakistan was moving mad. Don't know why the man them weren't doing Usain Bolt. They got to chase it with that. They're probably protecting their family, innit? Like their hearts were in it. But it's gonna come back though. Like, see, even that's mad. Imagine it, because that's an everyday thing, probably. You're having to do that. We're over the 5 minutes, obviously, because of what Ariola was doing. Probably just a minute added on, in my opinion. Or not. Pope's going to lump it long. Or not. Wasting a bit of time. It's gone in with Sarr now. Everything's got to be right. Tonali's running on the right wing and that. Pardon me. Look, ball's been lumped in. West Ham have dealt with it. Paqueta brings it down. And they'll just run with it and run with it. And that surely is the last action. Paqueta's IQ is so good. Look, begging Ramsey to foul him. And he's beating the ball. Elite shithouser. And now he's getting into it with Ramsey. Ramsey's bitten the bait. He's falling on the floor. Bitten the bait. Experienced player. Look, Ramsey booked. Oh, God, at his finest. Bit the bait. Paqueta, you've been bagged. You've been booked as well, but it's for the cause. You want to stay away from them bookings, Paqueta. I'll tell you that. If you could be an animal, what animal would you be? I'd be a falcon or an eagle. An orca still. Nah, I don't know. I don't know. A wolf. A wolf. Giraffes fights are the weirdest animal fights. It don't make sense. Now, a polar bear will drapes anyone. It could do it on a rainy night in Edmonton by the Ladbrokes. Wait. Elephants are known for having better memories than humans. Imagine the stuff they've seen. In fact, a turtle, man, you just chill out. All right, Bowen. Oh, how? Oh, Pope, it's in. What do I know? Suchek's bagged. I told you there was a third goal. I told you there was a third goal. Don't doubt the DGIQ. That's why you should never give up. Bitter pill to swallow. Don't know how that's just bundled. I think under Pope, he's kind of snatched that. Who cares? It's been a 4-goal thriller. West Ham have come from behind to score 3 of them. Crazy works. We love this. And that's why we watch football. Come on, you bubbles. Go West Ham. Ligers are crazy, but they have genetic complications. Yeah, forget that. Aren't ligers too fat and slow to be hunting? A regular tiger should win. Liger never exists in the wild, only in captivity. So liger loses to any wild variant. That's a good thing. Smash the likes if you haven't. That City lineup is dark for Bournemouth. We will be doing a watch along for the Bournemouth game, folks, and City, which should equally be a good game. Groundhog fights by pushing each other's chest. Damn. Male lions don't do the hunting anyway. It's the female lions that do the hunting. The mane of the male lion is too hot for them to do real work. So they just do eat and sleep. Doesn't sound like much. Bro, you know there's a tribe somewhere in... Oh, VAR might be getting involved. Not quite sure why VAR be getting involved. But we're into now 98 minutes. And there was only meant to be 5 minutes added on. Madness. Crazy. The longer it goes on, the more it's probably going to be chalked off. Honestly, I don't have a clue, man. Honestly, I don't have a clue. Well, you know, there's a tribe somewhere in Africa that steals food from lions. They just walk up to a group like they own it. They're scared shit, but they look the part, so the lions let them do it. It is 3-1. Wait, what? I need to... You're making stuff up, man. I need... What, like humans? Flipping hell. It's been given. Offside in the build-up. It's been given. Thank the Lord that normal football has prevailed, man. For once. We don't need this woke VAR disallowing goals for no reason stuff. Oh, almost broke that. That was tough. But yeah, as we've changed the title, 3-1. Game done, people. We've had great entertainment from you lot, the real stars in the chat. We've seen 4 goals. Some of you are bugging out with your opinions on animals. I learned something as well regarding animals, that lions don't actually live in the jungle. Head over to the City Bournemouth live stream in the next 30 minutes. Come on. Male lions protect their pride/territory by fighting other male lions. Male lions eat, sleep, shit, and fight. That's it. No, he ain't making it up. They follow the pride, let them hunt, run up and scare them, then take the food. A tribe of people are doing this. Human beings are doing this to lions. Yeah, there's a country in Africa where it's a rite of passage as a man to kill a lion. Big them up, but thank the Lord that's not my portion. That's crazy. That is crazy. DJ, have you heard of I'm a Celeb? Get me out of here. And if of course I've. And if so, do you think you'd be on it now, man? For the money, why not? But no. It's too mad. You gotta eat spiders and be with rats and mice. No, man. Come on. There's people out there stealing food from lions, bro. Real talk. It's the weirdest thing I've seen in 2027. So what if it goes left? Did Nuno get a win before Ange and Nottingham Forest? That's a good point. I'd actually have to fact check that. Love to see a Newcastle loss. Yes, we do. Male lions only join the fight when the girls are having trouble and only for a short time, or when it's a fight between rival prides. Fair enough. So lions are just gladiators, really. We will be doing the City game. Suppose that's why animals know their borders. If it goes left, they get eaten by lions, I suppose. It happens. Big them up, innit? They can do their thing. I'm not on that. Like, boy. City versus Bournemouth should be tasty. I'm going off the bat. I'm going 2-1. I'm going 2-1 City, man. City are at home. I'd love for Bournemouth to obviously win. It's the menu on the bench. Interesting stuff, but we'll get over that. If it goes left, you're dead, innit? Take risks and prosper mentality. Risk it for a biscuit. Surely it's easier to just go to the shop and buy a biscuit. And what food? And furthermore, what food is being stolen from the lions? Like, that's gone over my head now. Like, I very much doubt you're stealing some Subway or something. Like, what are you stealing? Like, is it actually what they do, or is it like banner? Like, people just doing it and recording it, which is crazy. But yeah, people, man, we're back in just a few. Obviously, Bournemouth versus City later. Couldn't have done it without you lot, people. Second watch along. I see you lot there, man. Smash the like button, subscribe, and all that great stuff. In a bit.
There's always just that active red line defending. I think it's like